Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi and today we're doing another pick a card. Today's pick a card is the journey to your soulmate and where your person is currently at energetically on this pathway. So before I continue, I do want to say happy Valentine's Day or happy Galentine's Day. I hope you guys are having a lovely day and you're treating yourself and you're being treated. And this week on my channel, it's dedicated to Valentine's Day or Valentine's week. So we're going to be doing a lot of romance. When I say a lot, I've got 4 videos for you guys, but we're going to be doing romance pick a cards as well as self-love pick a cards. Last year we did romance and beauty. This year it's romance and self-love. Before I get into the video, I do just want to explain a little bit of what the purpose of this video is. So this particular video, the reason I wanted to kickstart it off on Valentine's Day is because this is probably the most highly requested video I get when I get requests for my channel. This particular one, I always get this, and as you can see, I've kind of like refrained a little bit from love readings, not because I don't want to do them. I love doing them. They make me feel very happy. However, I kind of feel like I have a duty energetically to bring what's needed, not what's wanted. And I just energetically have not felt like those videos were needed as much as other ones. And I just kind of like had in my mindset, I had in my mind that I would bring this video to you and other love videos on Valentine's week. So that's why we're doing them this week and why it's been a little while since I've been doing like love ones. And yeah, I want you guys to like bear in mind and remember that I am an energy reader, and the way that I look at life just from my own perspective, I don't look at life in the sense of timings and months and weeks and things like that. If spirit bring it up, then I will, but I'm an energy reader and I read energy. So the way that I look at life, I look at it through cycles and divine timing. I always look at it that way. So I'm just going to be looking at more so the process and where your person is emotionally and energetically at in regards to this connection, rather than giving like weeks, days, months, unless spirit genuinely want me to say something. So please bear that in mind. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Oh wait, I wanted to show you my candle. Guys, look at this candle I got. It's pink with a feather on. I really wanted to show you guys. I'm not gonna light it because it's too nice to light, but I really liked it and I wanted to show you. I don't know why, I just put it in my brain that I wanted to show you guys. Anyway, let's get into the video. So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I don't know why I'm clicking. It's because I've got nails on, probably why. So see which card you are drawn to. The timestamps are going to be in the description box as usual, and I will see you guys at your timestamp. Hello and welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at the journey to your soulmate, divine counterpart, whatever you like to call it, and we are going to be taking a look at where the person that you're inquiring about is currently at on this journey energetically from the moment you clicked on this video. So you guys chose this card. I'm not going to read it until the end, so I'm going to pop this straight up here and I'll be reading that card last once we've gone through the tarot, and we'll have it to kind of clarify what we've been talking about. So I'm going to start with tarot and then we'll move into the oracle cards. I'm going to start with the journey to your person. So pile number 1, please, spirit guides, tap me into the collective of pile number 1, please, spirit guides. Right now there's a clearing out happening in your sacral chakra. They're really taking me to the sacral chakra. If you guys can get near water, the ocean, or just like spend time in the bath, the shower, definitely do that, because they keep being like taking me to water because that's the element of the sacral chakra. You guys may be feeling a little bit low, depressed, not very connected to your emotions. You may be feeling numb. This is right now, this has nothing to do with the reading, by the way. It's just what I'm picking up as I tap into you guys. That is because you have been healing, and it's kind of, I wouldn't say like it's affected your sacral chakra, like your sacral chakra is blocked, but when we're processing heavy emotions, our sacral chakra is connected to that. So they're saying to really nurture that center of your body, maybe get some orange candles, but they're more so making me focus on water, making sure that you have water around your room, make sure you're keeping hydrated. yeah, lots of baths, lots of showers, streams, ponds, the sea, anything like that, anything where you can have water around you would really be nurturing to help you if you are feeling quite low or stagnant right now. So that's something that Spirit wanted to get off their chest before I began. So pile number 1, please, Spirit guides. Yeah, they keep referencing number 2, which is the second chakra. So yeah, there's a lot of energy transmuting in that part of your body. Pile number 1, please, Spirit guides. Pile number 1, can you take me on the journey of pile number 1 meeting their soulmate, please? Can you I'm gonna say soulmate for the reading, but apply that to whatever you need to, like even if you just class it as relationship, divine counterpart, whatever you call it, you know. I'm just gonna say soulmate because it's easier for me to verbalize. Pile number 1, please, Spirit guides, take me on the journey of pile number 1 meeting their person, their soulmate. Pile number 1, what journey will they be going on to meet their person? So we have the 2 of Pentacles. I'm gonna lay 4 cards out and then I'll start channeling for you guys. Pile number 1, please. Pile number 1, please. Spirit guides. We have the 2 of Wands reversed. My rings are falling off. Pile number 1, please, Spirit guides. The journey to pile number 1's divine counterpart. 10 of Swords. So you would have gone through a bit of a heavy rebirth before meeting your person. And with me picking up even now, tapping into you guys, that you would have done some shadow work or been doing inner work to have your sacral chakra going through that transmutation. I feel like this is what they're actually referencing, this rebirth. And it's not like an instant rebirth of, I start doing shadow work, 6 months later, I come out the other side. This feels like you would have gone through a complete overhaul in your life. Like, I'm not just like redecorating the walls in my house. I'm literally like burning it to the ground and building it back up anew. That's what I'm going to do. It feels like that. You would have gone through a complete overhaul, which I feel like you are in the process of doing, which is probably why you're feeling quite stagnant right now. 1 more card, please. Or am I doing... They're telling me to do 5, so I'll do 5. Makes sense that they want that in the middle. Pile number 1, please, Spirit guides. The journey to pile number 1's divine counterpart. Look at that. We got Ace of Wands. Pile number 1. Journey to pile number 1's divine counterpart. Death. Okay. And the back of the deck. Yes, we have strength. Look, guys, we have strength for you guys at the back of the deck. I'm so happy to see that. Okay. I had a feeling it was of that sort. Okay. So first of all, and I'm gonna kind of skim a little bit over the childhood because I know it's not what you're here to be doing, and I feel like you know what this means. I'm just gonna reference it so you know it can clarify for you. We have the 2 of Pentacles beginning this reading. So what I'm being told is, growing up, pile 1, the dynamic that you would have grown up in, it would have been a little bit imbalanced. I feel like you would have watched the divine feminine and the divine masculine having an imbalance growing up. So this could mean like you grew up in a family where there was a lot of issues between the mother and the father. Maybe you had a parent like absent. Maybe you had quite narcissistic parents, or maybe you saw a lot of abuse or just like a lot of pain in your childhood in regards to your parents and them going back and forth. And either way, it kind of like you internalized that, and it created this imbalance within yourselves, where maybe you had a parent that was quite narcissistic. In turn, you became someone that would give a lot and like tread on eggshells, and maybe that manifested into you guys like people pleasing a little bit. I hate to use the word people pleasing, but I feel like you guys know what I mean in that sense. Like you would have given a lot. You would have learned as a child to give a lot to receive love. Like I have to bend over backwards and sacrifice myself to receive love. And like I said in one of my other readings, when we are not loved the way that we should be in childhood, we settle for being needed. And I feel like that's something that would have happened throughout your childhood. So I feel like your heart chakra would have expanded. I feel like you would have had a lot of love for people, but I feel like your heart chakra in childhood was very overactive, and you learned to like sacrifice yourself to kind of keep other people warm, light yourself on fire to keep other people warm. And I feel like that led you to a lot of connections within your life where people would I'm hearing would bully you, or people would take advantage of you, or people would talk down to you, or people would use you in certain ways because you would give a lot to them and then you weren't getting it back. And it wasn't that they were in regards to some of them, I don't feel like they were necessarily trying to be mean to you or trying to put you down. It was just a sense of there was this imbalance of people taking and you giving. That's what I'm picking up for in regards to you guys. And they're referencing the number 3, and the reason they're referencing the number 3 is, like I said in the beginning of the reading, we move in cycles, we move in shifts, we move and we jump from different paradigms. We do inner work, we jump to a different paradigm. And I'm being told that you would have been in 3 major cycles of your life before meeting your divine counterpart. The first one, they're taking me almost to childhood and maybe early teens, where you would have, you know, that's where a lot of the work would have happened, where you would have internalized a lot, had people take advantage of you, and then I feel like you would have jumped out of that paradigm to another into this second cycle. And I feel like it almost feels very Saturn influenced, like you learned a lot of hard lessons. And I feel like where you're currently at, you've been jumping from the second cycle into this third cycle. It could be late 20s, could be early 20s, whatever resonates for you. You would be jumping into that third cycle where you would align then with your divine counterpart, because you would have done the inner work by realizing that it was embedded within your subconscious from that first cycle. Does that make sense? So you would have had all of that go on in your first cycle, and then in your second cycle you went through a lot of experiences with people, friendships, relationships that triggered you, but it made you realize these wounds that you had from childhood. And then when you actively started to do that inner work and shift and change it, because with this 2 of Wands, it was like, I keep going round in circles. I can't see the light here. Like, I know what I want, but I can't quite reach it because I'm going round in circles, and there's an imbalance here because I'm giving and people are taking. You would have said no more. I keep being referenced to 18, so some of you guys may have done this really young, you know, shifting a lot of those cycles. Or I'm being told that the number 18 would have been significant for you. Like, a lot of things would have happened when you were like 18 years old that would have realized, where you would have realized a lot of like harsh lessons, and it had you kind of transmute them. Okay, so with this 10 of Swords in the middle of the reading, I feel like you would have reached a turning point that would have put you on the path to meet in your person, where I feel like you would have really sat with your darkness, sat with your wounds, and gone, what have people projected onto me that I have taken in as my own? What dynamic have I set up with people because I didn't know any better, and how can I change that? And I feel like you would have gone through, and I feel like you're going through it. Like, they keep referencing that this is a phrase that you're going through a phase of empowerment, letting go of people's words, people's negative talk, situations from childhood, just ideas of what love was, where it was imbalanced, and shifting and changing that. And I'm being told it hasn't been easy. They're saying it hasn't because a lot of you've been going through it. They're saying it hasn't been easy, but it's bringing you to that point where this person comes in. And they're saying that it's not an overnight process, and that that's something you've become aware of. It's not something that happens within like 3 weeks or 3 months. This does take a while. When we offload a lot like that, and we shift and we alchemize a lot like that, that can take quite a while, because sometimes there's a lot ingrained in our childhood that we need to bring up. But I feel like you're on track. There's a message here that you're on track and doing everything that is right, because with the Ace of Wands here, it's like I'm literally being shown someone, right? And it's like they're standing in front of me, and it's like their light body, and then I'm being shown like Play-Doh or like clay, and people like putting their perceptions on this person, and like negative self-talk on this person, or ideas of what they should be doing with their life, or how they should be in public. Maybe you had a lot of people putting you down, and people are just chucking this clay onto this person, and then it gets so heavy, this person's like, I'm not doing this anymore. And it's like all of the clay just starts to melt as you like pull it all off you, and then you kind of like go through this rebirth and transform, and your light body becomes even brighter. So that's like a process that's happening for you guys right now. You're really butterflying. I would say you guys are still a little bit still in the cocoon, but you're coming to that point where you'll be breaking out of that and coming out anew. I would say you're still in the cocoon, but I feel like the worst is over, like the heavy part is over. That's what I would say. What I'm being told is when you step out of this cocoon, which is this Ace of Wands card here, in this phase, before you would have gone through this transformation, you would have actually started manifesting things. And I feel like one of the things you may have been manifesting was a soulmate. Doesn't have to be, but I feel like there's things you would have manifested before going through this shift. You would have manifested maybe a house, a new job, a new way of living, feeling confident in your body, being relieved of your old pains. And I feel like you were wondering where that manifestation was coming, why that manifestation wasn't coming in. And I'm being told the reason that it wasn't coming in is it was aligning with you, but you had to undergo this metamorphosis to bring it in, because there was no room to bring it into the timeline that you were on. You had to unprogram yourself from a lot to be able to bring that in, because it was almost like you weren't in the energy of receiving yet. You were still in this energy and this mindset of I have to give to receive, like I have to give to receive, instead of just like knowing that you're worthy and being open to it. So I feel like that's something that you would have had to work on. So it may have felt like I just manifested this in and now everything's gone to it, but that's not the case. They're saying you would have manifested this in, the universe would have had you alchemize to be able to bring it in so that you can have this Ace of Wands. Because I'm being told when you come out of this cocoon, a lot of things that you would have manifested, maybe even like things you manifest, like I'm being told the number 5, so even like 5 years ago, they'll start trickling in. And I do feel that's when you'll meet your divine counterpart. With the Death card as well, I feel like you would have fully alchemized at that point, and I feel like you'll still be in this energy of shifting when you meet your person. But the shifting, it's like, I'm in this new phase and I've just built this new house, but I have no furniture. So it's like the day that the furniture comes and you're painting the walls and all of these things are coming in, that's when you'd meet that person. Does that make sense? On that third cycle that you're in and everything's fresh and things are starting to pick up because these manifestations are coming in. Perhaps you've got a new job, or you're making new friends, or things are quite social after it's been quite quiet for a while, and you're quite busy and everything's like picking up and you're feeling really good, really confident in yourselves. You feel brand new. And then with the Strength card, it's like, that's the energy you're embodying. I know my worth. I know who I am. I know what I want. And you're very much like, you've come to grips with who you are and what you want. And that's when this person comes in. That's when this person comes in. And I'm being shown clicking fingers, like this person's just going to fall on your lap, like boom, fall on your lap, out of nowhere. And it's going to be so random when you meet this person, I'm being told. I want to, like, before I get their cards, I want to take, like, ask Spirit just more information about your person and what it's going to be like when you do meet them. Yeah, it's going to be at a very celebratory time in your life. It could be around a birthday. It could be the summer, and I get people saying sometimes when I say summer, like, I'm in the southern hemisphere, so it may be different. It doesn't matter what hemisphere you were in, there would be a lot of like sun, because I keep being shown the sun shining in the sky. And I just feel like you guys being more extroverted, or not even just more extroverted, but a lot more busy. Like I said, there's something about like a side hustle or a hobby maybe blowing up, or getting a lot of recognition, or you passing a course or doing something. There's something that you'll be feeling very, it feels like a party. Like, that's how I'm feeling. There's a lot going on and it's exciting, and life's really picking up after it's been low for a little while, and boom, this person's just like in my lap. And I feel like instantly you will know exactly who this person is, because I feel like you're going to get on very well. This person feels as well like a fire sign, because I'm being told you guys are a little bit more introverted and you guys are more watery and airy. You guys feel like your person coming in feels fiery. They're taking me to Gemini Mercury, so they may have Mercury in Gemini, because I'm being told that they have a lot to say. They talk a lot. They're very optimistic. They have a lot goes on in their mind, and I feel like they almost feel like they're bringing you out of your shell, even though I feel like you're in this strength energy, and I feel like you're going to be very you're going to be feeling very confident in yourself. I feel like this person is going to unlock parts of your personality that you wouldn't have even tapped into before, if that makes sense. They're going to kind of ignite a bit of a fire in you in that sense. They're going to make you a lot more, not make you, but just that influence is going to have you feeling more, the only way I can explain it is like daredevil-y, like things that you wouldn't even think of doing, I feel like you jump at the chance to do with this person, because it's like you bounce off each other. Do you understand what I mean? And they're going to be very they're going to be very, I don't know if your love language is words of affirmation, but they're going to speak a lot and talk a lot, and they're very much, they feel like a Leo. They feel like a Leo well, any fire energy really, Leo, Aries, Sag, they feel very extroverted and in their physical body, and let's do something, it feels like that. But I don't know why I keep being shown Mercury, Gemini. I feel like you and this person are going to talk a lot. I feel like it will start as friendship, pile one, but it's like, even though it's friendship, there's this flair that you can't quite deny. It does feel like that with your person, because you both have the same heart. I'm being told you're both very deep, and you both have like really intricate minds. Like there's a lot that goes on in both of your minds. I feel like both of you either have an air moon or an air Mercury. There's like a correlation there, so I feel like you get each other very well. You sometimes, pile one, have a hard time finding people that understand you or really see you. It's like they'll project onto you what they'd like you to be, which may have led to like low self-worth at times, but I feel like this person's going to see you because you're embodying it to its highest degree, and they're going to see you and align with you. And there's this excitement feeling like, oh my god, I found someone that gets me. Like there's a feeling of that, and they're going to feel it too. It's like this, I keep being shown birds as well. You may be seeing birds a lot when you meet this person, like two birds, like they keep showing me like lovebirds. There's when I look out my window, there's these two birds that always sit on the tree, and I call them the Gemini birds, the lovebirds, because there's just two. You've probably seen it on my Instagram if you have me on Instagram. But they keep referencing that, and you just seeing two birds a lot. So I feel like that would be an indicator that this person's coming in. And I feel like you're quite in contact with their higher self. Like you may have dreams about this person before meeting them. You may have like visions about it. You may even like telepathically, there we go. You may telepathically speak to each other, is something that I'm being told as well. Yeah, and again, in regards to like love songs, I feel like love songs may like play a lot, and then you'll feel this like kind of warm feeling, and I feel like that's your person. I feel like you're my spiritual pile, because there's a lot of like, energetically, I know this person's coming. I hope that makes sense. So let me take a look at where your person's currently at, because I feel like you're here. Where you're at currently, you are here. You're between the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Wands. For some of you guys, some blessings are already trickling in. Some manifestations are already trickling in. And then for some of you guys, you're still metamorphosing. And I feel like you may still be in that cocoon. But either way, I don't feel like anyone's here. I feel like you're both, you're all here right now. Somewhere between these two cards. Okay, let's take a look at your person then. Let's take a look at your person. So spirit guides, pile number one's person, pile number one's soulmate. At the time that they're watching this video, where are they currently at? Where is pile number one's person currently at? I'm going to place them on top of these cards. Or shall I? Yeah, I'll place them on top of the cards. Where is pile... No, they're like, no, put them away. Let me just put these back. There's something about... I feel like your person's going to gift you a lot. They feel like one of their, you know, you like have a love language that you like to receive, and then you have a love language that you like to give. I feel like your person likes to spend money and give things as a form of like love. I feel like that's what your person likes to do, because I just got shown someone opening up like a jewelry box type of thing. I was just shown that. So pile number one, please, spirit guides. Pile number one's divine counterpart, their soulmate. At the time of watching this video, where is pile number one's person currently at? Where is pile number one's person currently at? So we have the Five of Pentacles. Your journeys are mirrored, I'm being told. Your journeys are mirrored. I feel like you would have gone through a lot of the same things, or maybe the same things are kind of reversed, or like flipped. Pile number one. Pile number one. Where is pile number one's person currently at? Where is pile number one's person currently at on this journey? Three of Pentacles. Okay. Where is pile number one's person currently at, please, spirit guides? Where is pile number one's person currently at? The Hierophant. Okay. Where is pile number one's person currently at? Four of Swords. Am I doing that upright or upside down? Upright, okay. That's fine. Where is pile number? I just heard I am tired. I just heard that so loud. I am tired. Your person feels exhausted energetically right now. Like, have you seen that meme of that little girl and she's on the beach and she's like, I take a nap here, I take a nap here, and she like lays on the floor to go to sleep on the sand? That's literally what they're showing me. Your person's a jokester, by the way. You're gonna have a lot of fun with them. They're gonna be very jokey. Lovely smile. They have a lovely smile, I'm being told. They're gonna be very jokey and have fun with you. Like, you may like know this, have the same humor, or like have watched the same TV shows, and I feel like you may quote them, or you know of certain memes, so you quote them. It feels like that. They're gonna be very funny. Really funny. Even when they're feeling low, it's like they'll crack a joke about it. There's some Cancer coming through as well from your person. Pile number, they may have Venus in Cancer. They have very lovely eyes. Pile number 1, please, spirit guides. Pile number 1. You may catch them staring at you as well when you first meet. Like, they're just looking at you. They're not telling me where you'll meet them. They want to keep that very hushed, but you might catch them staring at you and be like, what is this person looking at? Pile number 1. Pile number 1. Where is pile number 1's person at, please, spirit guides? 8 of Cups. Yeah, they're in a transitional stage, but I feel like they're... look at that, guys. We have 9 of Swords. This is where they're currently at. We have 9 of Swords. We have the 4 Swords walking away. 8 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. So they feel like they're going through it right now. Pile number 1. The reason I'm laughing, I'll tell you why. They, you are such an alchemist, pile 1, that you love. Like, you don't even realize that you're doing it, but it's like, you know where you need to be at the highest, like, to tap into your highest good. So anything that comes up for you to purge, you don't care. Like, you'll roll up your sleeves and do it and shift. And I'm being told that there's almost a little bit of like Tom and Jerry, like chasing energetically with you and your person, just because you are always metamorphosing. I can't say the word properly. Like, you're always shifting and alchemizing, and it's like, this person, it's like I'm trying to keep up. Like, they're kind of like huffing and puffing, like, I'm trying to keep up, I'm trying to like align, and I'm trying to keep up. And I can feel like in my heart, because I feel like you're both guided by your heart, it's like I can feel like I know where I'm about to go, and every time I like reach something, it's like I can feel them somewhere else, and then I'm manifesting and metamorphosis in there too. And like, it's like, because you've done a lot of like inner work, I feel like the past 3 years particularly, there has been so much shifting for you guys. Like, boom, boom, boom. It's like another one. Like, you're going through a lot of like rebirths to get to that best version of you. And I feel like your person is like kind of heard that calling, understood that calling, so their heart's been choosing to do it too. But right now, your person is like, I am exhausted. Like, I am tired right now. And it's all in like good nature, but there's something they're really purging right now. It feels like something to do with a parental figure. Could be mirroring what you've been doing, but there's something to do with a parental figure that they are purging and releasing. It's tied to their self-worth. They're taking me to the 2nd house. It's something to do with their self-worth. It could even be a connection that they would have had to let go of because it wasn't for their greatest good. It was weighing them down. And I'm being told that is something that they're processing. That is something that they're working through right now. It's taken a lot of their energy, and I feel like they're feeling a little bit out of sorts right now, pile 1, only because there's someone that likes to be in their physical body and likes to do a lot of things in the physical. They are not used to transmuting a lot of energy like this, like the air and watery energy that I'm picking up. They're not used to being in it, and because they haven't got a lot of energy, because their emotional body and their energetic body is taking center stage to cleanse, they haven't got a lot of time on their hands to do a lot of the physical things that they like to do. I feel like they either like to travel or they like to just keep busy and do a lot of physical things because they learn in the physical. And I feel like they feel out of sorts because this isn't what they're normally into, if that makes sense. And because they're very quite happy-go-lucky and looking at life through a high lens, and like they're jokesters, they're funny, I just feel like being in this 5 of Pentacles energy, being in this energy of like 9 of Swords and feeling low, it's kind of like foreign to them. And I feel like it is doing a little bit of a number on them, but it's nothing to worry about. They're saying like, you would have gone through the same process too, and they're saying that's just where they are right now. There's something that they're kind of pulling out of them that would have jeopardized them from you and them being in alignment, because if you would have met earlier on, this person would have still been riddled with that and may have even pushed this connection away. And I feel like you guys may have even like backed away from the connection too. So they're saying like this needs to happen for the two of us, for us to align with each other, and it's something that we both chose to do. We both knew that we were going to be choosing to do this anyway. And I'm hearing, you know, when Harley Quinn says to the Joker, I'm coming, put in, you know, when she says that, I heard that. So they're making like references and jokes, and they're saying things like that. With the Three of Pentacles and the Hierophant, I feel like spirit is really around them right now. I'm being told you both have the same kind of spirit team. So I feel like the same souls that may be around you are with your person. They may even be learning something right now, or something very like esoteric, something where they're connecting with spirit that is really helping them heal right now. And oh my god, look guys, look in the card. I don't want to say this, the card that you chose. Look at the spirals, the healing symbol behind, the line shifting. You're both going through this healing right now to be able to unite, and we literally have the spirals behind. I had to show you that so you guys could like see. But yeah, they're very connected to spirit right now. Your person's connected to spirit, and I was going to say maybe if they're not, but no, spirit's saying they are. They're very connected to spirit, and there's something that they're learning. Could be learning how to do shadow work and working through it, but it also feels like something that would be a gain to them. It feels like they could be learning like astrology, they could be learning how to work with energy, they could be learning Reiki, something like that. That's something that I'm picking up. There's something that they're learning that's connected to spirituality, and I feel like they're almost like guided to it, and I feel like it's something that's going to link you with this person. So you might meet this person through work, or through some sort of endeavor or spiritual retreat, either through like spirituality or work, or if you work in the spiritual fields, that's the connection we're making here. But there's something about that. Yeah, they're very connected to their higher self right now. Very connected to the higher self. There's this higher knowing of, I know why I'm feeling this way, like this Four of Swords. I know why, because I wasn't emotionally fulfilled where I was at. Things were manifesting that I didn't like. That's why I've got to move on with this Eight of Cups. But like now I've got to face things, and I am tired. I am tired. Like I keep hearing, I'm hearing Janae Aiko song Born Tired. So I feel like they are going through it. I feel like this is probably the most inner work they've ever done before. Pile one. But it's leading you to your person. Leading you to your person. Is there anything else? Because I want to pick up on something else before I read the card that you have. I'm going to ask them to give you a message. I don't know why. I wasn't going to, but I almost feel like I want to give them center stage to kind of give you a message. Their higher self. So let's see what their higher self has to say to you on this fine Valentine's Day. Pile number one, please, spirit guides. What does pile number one's soulmate's higher self have to say to pile number one? What Valentine's message do they have? Do they have a... Oh, look at that jumping out. Five of Wands. Let me pop that there. What message does pile number one's soulmate's higher self have to say to them today on Valentine's? The Chariot. They're telling you to surrender to something. There's something you're holding on to currently. I'll get into it now, but there's something they're asking you to surrender to something. Pile. Right, they're saying, this is what they're saying to you. You are where you are. This is something that they want to get through before I pull the other cards. They're saying you are where you are. Do not force this new beginning or push yourself to be doing more than you are right now. Do not push yourself to, like, don't force yourself into this new beginning. Don't thrust yourself into this new beginning. Listen to your body and your energy right now. It's okay to still be in the cocoon phase. It is still okay to not know where you're going and to just be in peace and lay back right now. You, more than anyone, and you know this, work with cycles, work with energy, and work through your emotions. So when you're feeling low and stagnant, don't force yourself to be somewhere what is for you is always going to be for you. Don't push yourself to do more than you're doing, because energetically and emotionally you are doing enough. And embrace where you are at right now. Embrace this cocoon, embrace this tower falling, embrace these emotions coming up, because this is the last time you are going to feel them, and you are going to be in a new phase then. So allow them space and allow them to come up. To not I know you want out of this phase, I'm being told. I feel like it's been quite long, and they're saying, I understand, I'm here too. I'm effing tired. However, embrace where you are. Where you are is where you're supposed to be. They're giving you like a really big thumbs up. Like, don't bully yourself or beat yourself up because you're not doing enough. You are enough anyway, okay? So that's something that they wanted to say very, very quickly. I feel like even when they come into your life, they're going to really like nurture you physically and really like give you pep talks like that. I'm hearing that song Cheerleader. Was it Omi? Is that how you said his name? O-M-I, Omi. You know the song he sings, oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. They're playing that, but I feel like they're gonna cheerlead you. You know what I mean? I feel like you'll be like that too. I feel like to be in your life, you're very giving, and you're very like that. What card do we have here? 9 of Pentacles. Yes, okay. 2 more cards. What message does pile number 1's soulmate have? King of Cups. 1 more card. What message do we have today? Ooh. 8 of Pentacles. Back of the deck. Oh. Back of the deck we have the Lovers. I keep hearing I'm coming, pudding. I keep hearing it. I feel like you're going to be partners in crime a little bit, part 1. Defending the earth. That's what they just said. Defending the earth. I feel like you're a light worker. I feel like the work you're going to be doing in this lifetime is going to be quite strong for you both to be going through such a shift like that. Not a lot of people will go through a shift like that. So this feels pretty, what's the word? Words have failed me. I've forgotten the words. Important. There we go. That's the word. Yeah, they're saying to stop resisting where you are. Allow yourself to be where you are and water where you are, because that's when these pentacles are going to grow. There's a lot of abundance that awaits you. I'm also being told that you may be, do you see this fish out of water? They're saying you may be feeling like a fish out of water right now, because I almost feel like emotionally you have purged a lot. And I feel like, you know, like I was saying at the beginning with the sacral chakra, you may be feeling a little bit numb or just feeling a little bit low. Right now I'm being told your mental state is getting pushed to the front. And I feel like that's making you feel like a fish out of water, because you move with your emotions. And I just feel like right now you may be getting a lot of thoughts cropping up, or you may be feeling like you're going a little bit insane, or your mind isn't stopping racing, or maybe like a lot of negative thoughts are coming up. And I'm being told that your mental body is being pushed to the forefront right now, because I feel like emotionally you've done a lot of shifting, or you're going through something a little bit heavy in regards to shifting, and they're saying that your mental state is being pushed to to the front right now, so that you can kind of like capitalize on that, understand that, and be able to kind of like calm your thoughts so you can like rewire them back into where you need to be. Because I feel like, again, you would have been taught through childhood like that maybe you weren't worthy, or maybe you kind of taught to like bully yourself or internalize a lot when you weren't doing enough. And I'm being told to focus on your thoughts right now and rewiring your thoughts. And I feel like you feel a little bit like a fish out of water, because you're not used to that energetic body being at the forefront. I feel like you move forward through life through your emotions and your heart and, you know, energy, like spirit. You move that way. I feel like you don't necessarily normally tap into that too much, but they're saying to focus on that right now and build that part of you back up, is a message from your soulmate. It's very in you, they're saying, because the journey to them is through yourself, connecting with inwards and realizing who you are. That's the journey you're both going on to meet each other, I'm being told. And with the 8 of Pentacles, is there something you've been thinking of learning, or something that you've put on the back burner, like a course or something like that? They're saying to focus on that. That would be very beneficial for you. You see her there, she's on the computer and she's like writing down. It's something that's going to aid your career or help you bring in some finances, or just kind of elevate you to another level, this 8 of Pentacles. So there's something they want you to focus on learning right now, or applying your brain to. I feel like that's something that would be really beneficial for you, but they're saying in your own time as well. So let's take a look at the card before we finish. Can I pick this up? Can I pick this up? Yes. What do we have here? First word that comes up, transformation. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. What was I saying that message was to you in regards to surrendering? If you still feel like you're in that cocoon and you're trying to force yourself out, surrender to it. And then it literally says, once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. I feel like you may be wanting out and trying to push yourself out, or trying to work out and trying to get out and push yourself to do things that your body's like, please no, I'm tired. You know what I mean? I'm really tired. And they're saying to trust where you're at, accept where you're at. Look at what's around you and nurture yourself right now so this Nine of Pentacles can grow. And they're saying you already know the way, because your heart and their heart is like interconnected, and you work through your heart, and they're saying your heart knows the way in regards to this pathway to your person. There's this feeling of like, they make me feel like you already know. They're smart. They already know how this is going to work out. They know that. That's why they've been going through this shift. You know what I mean? They know that. That's a message that I'm having from them. So Pile 1, that is what I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the week for more love and self-love themed pick-up cards. So thank you guys for watching. Hey Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at the journey to your divine counterpart, as well as where your person is currently at. And I ended up doing it for Pile 1, so I'll be doing it for you guys too. Just any messages from the higher self of your person, we are going to be taking a look at that at the end as well. So you guys chose this card, and I'm going to be taking a look at this last. If you see black on my hands, it's the, what's it called, the soot, the smoke from my candles. I was just lighting sage and it's gone all over my hands. But yeah, we're going to be taking a look at this card last. Just to clarify the reading first, so I'm going to pop it up there, and we are going to read that at the end. So let's start with the journey to your person, the journey to your soulmate, the journey to your divine counterpart. I'm going to be referencing your person as a soulmate in this reading, but apply that to whatever you like to call it: partner, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, you know, soulmate, divine counterpart, whatever the case. So Pile 2, Spirit Guides, can you tap me into the collective of Pile number 2? Tap me into the collective of Pile number 2, please. What is the journey to Pile number 2's? Okay. Have you been solo for a lot of your life? I'm hearing the Demi Lovato song with Clean Bandit, Solo. They're making me feel like you would have gone on a, like, your earlier life, like your teens, late teens, maybe even early 20s, maybe beyond that for some of you, you would have been like on your own a lot, or just moving through life on your own, or you'd have a lot of connections with people, but they just wouldn't stay. And I feel like that's because your soul is very, very old. You're my spiritual Pile. Pile 1 was kind of like that, but it's you guys, it's coming through as well. Your soul is quite old, Pile 2. You have a very, very old soul, and you feel like even in past lives you would have been like philosophers, you would have been astrologers, you would have been you just really would have learnt a lot esoterically. And in this lifetime, especially the way that the world's set up, I feel like it didn't resonate with you, Pile 2. Like, everything was very fast paced, and I feel like you almost were learning how to be human again, because a lot of your other incarnations were like, you were a shaman, you were an astrologer, you were out of the Western world, you were out of this busy, fast-paced world, you weren't in that. So I feel like you're programming yourself back into it to be a part of it, you know what I mean, to kind of like align with it so you can bring your gifts and your knowledge to it. But I feel like it's been a while since you've been in this phase, and I feel like this is one of your first incarnations in this time period where there's like a kind of like matrixy vibe and there's a lot going on. And I feel like it's been hard for you to like navigate that and adjust to it. I feel like it would have taken some time. And I feel like where you come from, your soul, you have such a beautiful heart. I feel like you really, like I said, also like higher realms. You have a very beautiful heart like that. And I feel like in this world, you know, there's a lot of people that are will take advantage of that, or they don't have that within themselves, so they kind of try and stamp out the light. And I feel like you've dealt with a lot of people like that in your life, while you were learning to have discernment and get used to like the human way of maneuvering around. Like you felt like an alien, it feels, you know, pile 2. And I just feel like because of that, that required a lot of isolation, as you were maybe breaking in generational karma. Maybe there was a lot that went on in childhood that you were shifting. Maybe you internalized a lot of, maybe you try to save a lot of people on a hearty level. Maybe you try to give to a lot of people and save a lot of people, and then you had to learn that you couldn't save them and that you had to just give that love to yourself. Whatever the case, I just feel like there's a lot of deep lessons, and a lot of like, your inner world is just so deep. There's so much that goes on in your inner world. Like you feel like you're wired differently a little bit, and I just feel like you had to spend time on your own to understand who you were without the projections or words of others. I hope that's making sense. So that's why you would have spent some time on your own, and why connections never lasted too long. They weren't, if a connection didn't last that long, it's because it wasn't supposed to. There was a lesson there, and that was all, because there's someone coming in that would have, I don't know whether you're going to be in like one real strong relationship in your lifetime, or maybe just 2. But I feel like the people that you really do give a lot of your energy to, it's very vital it's the right person. And I feel like your spirit guides and even your higher self doesn't play about that. And they wanted me to talk about this before I begin, to give you clarity as to why it's gone that way. Pile 2. Yeah, let's get in. So pile number 2, please, spirit guides. Pile number 2, you download a lot. You see how I downloaded a lot at the beginning of the video without even laying cards? You get downloads. Your crown chakra is very open. Floods of information that comes through to you. It feels like a tsunami going through your crown. Floods of information. You're very connected to the higher realms. And look at the heart here. You work through the heart. You move through your heart. That's where your connection to the divine is. Pile 2. Pile 2, please, spirit guides. What is the journey to pile number 2's soulmate? What is the journey to pile number 2's soulmate that pile 2 will have to embark on? What is the journey that pile 2 will go through? King of Pentacles. Master in the physical world. You're learning to master the physical world before this person comes in. Pile 2. What is the journey pile number 2 will go on? 2 of Swords. You're a very evolved soul. They keep referencing it to me, and I could feel it when I'm tapping into you. Pile number 2. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. What is the journey that pile 2? Let me grab that card, guys. It's just jumped on the floor. Where are you? The world. Okay. Upside down, right side up. The same reverse. So the world reversed, okay. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. The journey for pile number 2 to reach their soulmate. The journey for pile number 2. The Star. I don't know why I just got told like church. Did you guys used to be religious and then move to spirituality or something like that? I don't know why I just got shown a church. Pile number. Maybe people around you are very religious, or maybe you blend spirituality and Christianity. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. Pile number 2. The Strength card came out for pile number 1 as well. And the back of the deck we have the Tower. I don't know why I'm being shown Moana now. I'm being shown Moana. You're very headstrong, or at least your higher self is. You're very headstrong, actually. And a lot of your childhood and a lot of your earlier years, it was like you're so susceptible to people. You're so susceptible to others that I feel like you would take on a lot of people's woundings, a lot of people's hurts, a lot of people's pains, a lot of what people would project onto you, their fears, and you would try and heal them, because you coming from like a higher realm, your soul coming through a higher realm, and you come into this earth with your heart chakra very wide open. You naturally in childhood and earlier life, it was like, I'm taking on everybody's energies. I'm in work right now and I can feel everybody's feelings, feel everybody's emotions, and I have no idea how to stabilize into it yet. However, one thing I do know, because it's ingrained in me, is my heart chakra is very open, and everyone around me right now, they need healing in some way, and I don't quite know how to stabilize myself in this physical yet, but what I do know how to do is heal people and give to people and help people. So I'm gonna do that. And I feel like the way that you would make yourself feel at home, you feel like the most, like you would have felt alien as a child. The way that you would feel at home, the way that you would feel comfortable with yourself, is if you were giving to others, helping others, healing others, because it's ingrained in you in your heart chakra to want to give and heal. And I feel like because of that, you may have like self-sacrificed yourself a lot, a little bit similar to pile number 1 in that sense, where you would have like self-sacrificed yourself in the sense of, I am a healer. And I feel like you were on the money the whole time, like, I am a healer, you were born healers. I feel like you know that, pal, too. However, you hadn't quite understood that you are so much more than just that, and you're not here to be everybody's healer. You are also a soul that is deserving of love. You are also a soul that has had countless lives on earth, that is very talented, that is full of wisdom, that is full of intelligence, that is so hilarious, you know what I mean, that has like such a good style, or even like physical things, the physical version of you. You're someone that's a good cook, or you dress good, or you're, you know, you're good at making music, you're a singer. Like, there's so many fragments to you that are so empowering. But I feel like because you found it hard to navigate your avatar in the physical world, I feel like what was kind of like the strongest thing that you could tap into was this healing energy. And instead of understanding who you were, even though I feel like you've always kind of taken things in and tried to understand it, when you were in the presence of other people, you would almost become and align with what they would like you to be, and you would kind of like give to them, or bend over backwards to them, or maybe bite your tongue when they said something. And it wasn't that you were being necessarily a pushover or anything like that. It was just that you're such an empath, you're so emotional, you connect to people energetically so much, that I feel like when you were younger, you didn't know that you were that. So you were taking on all this information and the energies that they would have liked you to be, and you would just become that for them, because it was like, this is how I'm going to maneuver. And I feel like with this world card reversed here, it's just like, I feel like a lot of situations happened where you were able to, how do I explain this? I feel like you've been learning the healer's initiation, in that you can't fix or heal others. You can only fix and heal yourself and show other people how to do it, but it's up to them. And I feel like you have so much love for people in your life. Like, you really love people that come into your life. I feel like in the past you've like, you're very clairaudient. My ear is buzzing. Very clairaudient. Pile number 2 is ringing. The world card reverse, guys, what I'm being told is like, you have such a big heart, and I feel like in that time period where you would have been learning to give to others, to help fix others, to maybe self-sacrifice, you would have created like attachments with the people around you, whether it was family, friendships, and relationships. And when you knew, because you understand from a higher perspective, I feel like you spend a lot of time on your own, when you knew that it was time to leave these people behind and move forward, to step into this new phase of your life and start to really redefine who you were, as you were starting to redefine who you were and understand yourself and realizing, okay, I have to step away from these people, I feel like that would really have triggered you, because you almost felt like, oh my god, I'm leaving them behind. I don't want to leave them behind. I want to stay and help fix them. Or it was like a bittersweet feeling, like I want to stay and I want to, you know, I want to bring them with me. And I feel like that was a really big lesson that you would have learned in this lifetime, pal, too. You cannot bring these people with you. And I feel like a lot of your energy was on other people and helping other people, instead of doing like the inner work, because you hadn't reached that point yet. And I feel like what puts you in alignment with meeting your soulmate, meeting your person, is doing the inner work, building up your physical life, whether that means, you know, learning to drive, getting a house, deciding to travel or do things in the physical, navigating the physical, or just creating your own sense of self-worth, where people haven't projected onto you, where people haven't told you what you should be. And I feel like there would have been this tower moment here where everything would have kind of fallen, and I feel like you would have kind of taken your energy off other people to put into you, to kind of alchemize your own heart, to understand that you can't just like give, You are worthy of receiving. You are not here to just be everybody's healer. You are so much more than that. You are so talented. There is so much to you. And I feel like it's not even like Palom was more self-love journey. Yours, there's elements of self-love that you would have learned, but it's more so realizing who the F you are, understanding your worth, understanding how talented you are, understanding what you deserve. There would have been this whole infiltration with this tower of understanding what you deserve, who you are, understanding what morals you have, understanding what you want in a relationship, what aligns with your soul, and taking these projections and these energies and cutting these ties from other people that were just taken from you. Because yes, you are a fountain of love, and yes, you have this heart that quite frankly is so strong, I don't think it could really die out. However, that doesn't mean that people can just come up to you with a cup and take from your love fountain and not replenish you back. You deserve someone that is going to replenish you right back, that has their own fountain of love too. And that's something that you're learning. And there's something about when your person comes in, you are really embodying your higher self. You are understanding exactly who you are. You are remembering this wisdom. You know what I mean? And how can I explain it? It's like, you know who you are, you know what you're capable of, you're building these things in the physical, you're applying that beautiful heart and that alchemization to the physical to bring your abundance in, because you are realizing that you are worthy. You're pouring into yourself, like I was saying with that cup and that fountain of love. And then I look here and we've got that here. You're pouring into yourself, you're aligning, you're becoming this best version of yourself. Like she's tackling the beast here, do you know what I mean? It's like you're understanding your shadow, understanding why you felt the need to self-sacrifice, nurturing your inner child, nurturing your soul, nurturing your shadow self to tame those demons within. And with the infinity symbol up here, connecting to the divine. Spirit's guiding you the whole time. And I feel like the minute you're like aligning with your higher self in that way and not taking on other people's baggage, learning to observe and don't absorb, that is when this person comes in. Because in this lifetime, I feel like you're supposed to be some sort of healer, shaman, Reiki healer, something like that. You're supposed to be that in this lifetime. But you had to step in with this strength card to really fully embody it. You had to embody this. Otherwise, you would have almost self-sacrificed yourself in work. Does that make sense? You would have given more than you were receiving in work, and you had to kind of rebalance the energies, rebalance the scales. And I feel like there would have been a tower moment where you're tapping in and realizing who you are. And it's a process. It is a process, but it's something that you would have been working on. And I feel like when you reach this strength energy, that's when you meet your person. They're being so hush about your person though. I feel like I might even want to pull some more tarot cards to understand the meeting of you two before I get into them. Because that's the journey you would have been on. Is there anything? I feel like you may meet them doing some sort of humanitarian work or online. They're taking me to Aquarius energy with the star card here. You may meet your person online or something like that. Or you may have like a big social media presence. There's something about you having a community. And that's where you'd meet your person. It's almost like soul tribe link up type of thing. Because I'm looking at the stars here. They're feeling like souls. Like, let's link up for a greater purpose. So I feel like your person may come in regards to like a group of people you'll meet. Whether that's through work, humanitarian work, or a friendship circle that you align with. The more you embody your uniqueness, the more you're calling out to your soul tribe, I'm being told. And I feel like you all would have gone through similar pathways to meet each other. Because they're telling me this soulmate reading, yes, we're talking about a divine counterpart, but they're also referencing you have soul tribes that act as soulmates too, like in friendship form. And I feel like they'd be coming in too, but you all are like learning to shine out like the star to kind of attract each other. And that's what kind of brings you guys in. And your divine counterpart is coming in as this person. They feel very airy, your person. So like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That's something that I'm picking up. And I feel like they'll be quite physically stable, physically and financially stable. But what they would have been learning to be is more connected to spirit and more connected to their emotions. You would have gone the other way. You would have been connected to your emotions, but learning to be more grounded in the physical and bringing it into the physical. And the reason you couldn't have met beforehand was because if they weren't connected to their emotions and their spiritual side, and you wouldn't have been bringing things in the physical, and you wouldn't have mentally understood that you can't just like give to receive, it would have been imbalanced, because then they would have been taking what they needed from you, which is like the soulful, you know, energy and the emotional energy, and then you would have kind of been cushioned with the practicality side of them, so you wouldn't have done the work yourself, which would have stunted both of your growth, because you would have had it done for each other. You had to be aligned to a certain degree to meet each other, otherwise it just wouldn't have worked. Because remember, your person isn't half of you. You're already a whole piece before you meet your person, and you've been learning that. Pile number 2, this is very strong. Like, pile 1s were strong, but this is like fated. There's something serious that you guys are like aligning with to bring to earth. I want to get deeper, so I'm just going to channel it instead of pulling cards. Spirit guides, how are they going to meet? Like, can you tell me anything about their person? Yeah, it feels like you're going to meet them on some sort of retreat, or you move somewhere different, or there's a friendships coming in. It's in a new phase of your life, of course, with the star energy here, but it's like, do you know what I'm being told? You're so alike, you may not like each other when you first meet pile 2. Not that they're making me feel like it's funny, though. It's like you butt heads because you're both so alike, that it's like you're someone that will come in and be like, okay, I want to take the lead, and then the other person's like, no, I'm taking the lead. And then it's like, I feel like you'd butt heads a little bit. It would turn into a relationship. I think I've used this analogy before, but you know, I don't know if you've ever watched the movie The Ugly Truth, but there's it's like a romantic comedy. My mother always used to watch it, and the female, she was like she knew what she wanted. She was very like business minded, really good at work, but like she had trouble like bringing in like relationships. And then the guy that comes to work with her, he's very like funny and a little bit vulgar, and he kind of like winds her up, and they both really don't like each other because they're both like, I don't know, they just both like rub heads, but then they end up falling in love with each other. And that's what I see happening here. That's why they're being a little bit because it's like, you're not gonna, not that you won't get on, it's just you're going to butt heads. There may be a little bit of bickering, but not in like a negative way. It's just like power struggle in the sense of, I have my way, you have your way. And like I said in the beginning, you're quite headstrong. So are they. Like these qualities that you have, it's like they have too. It's like, well, I'm not giving you a lot of my energy until I know you can give it back. And then they're like, well, I'm not doing that either. And it's, I don't know, it's just that type of energy. But when you start to fall in love, it's like the love kind of like expands to have you kind of like see things from a higher degree. But it's someone that you wouldn't necessarily expect when you first meet them. They may be a little bit different to what you would expect them to look like as well. I'm heavy on the tattoos. They may have a lot of tattoos. If that's not your style and not your type, you can just discard that. I get people comment like, ew, I don't want that. Okay, don't have it then. You know what I mean? Like, people will comment that, and I'm just like, okay, don't just unsubscribe from it. But that is something I'm being shown for some of you guys, if you like that. They may have like something to do with the hair. So like if they're a male, they may have like long hair, or they may have like, their hair may be very prominent on them. And like same with females, like they'll have long hair, or the hair will be very prominent. And I feel like it may be the same for you guys as well. Like your hair may be very prominent, maybe like Leo rising or something. I'm being shown like long hair, big hair, voluminous hair, for both sides. So that's what I'm picking up. There's a pile in my love readings that there is a theme, and I would have told you it before, but there's something to do with a beach and shells and a beach. And that's coming up for you guys, pile 2. So if I've told you that before, it's another confirmation. Something to do with a beach is coming through here, pile number 2. They're very clairvoyant. They get a lot of visions and psychic visions. And I feel like when you both get with each other, they're, it's not even just you two getting with each other. It's your whole soul tribe linking up. It's like your gifts kind of expand. It's almost like a crystal grid of human beings kind of triggering each other's like enlightenment even more. It feels like that. This feels like a big joint effort. Pile 2. Even if it is just you two, it could be like I'm picking up your spirit guides being around you very strongly and guiding you spiritually while you're both in the physical. But I do feel like friendships in the physical are going to come through. At least 5 people I'm picking up on. Anything else before I pick up where they're currently at? No. Okay. They're saying more will come through when I tap into them now. They're saying I'll get an idea more of who they are when I tap into where they're at. So let's take a look at where your person is currently at. So pile number 2, please, spirit guides. Where is pile number 2's person currently at on their journey and their pathway to meet in pile 2? Where is pile number 2's person currently at? What are they energetically up to on this pathway? What would they have been going through? Where are they currently at the time of this video? Pile 2, where is pile number 2's person currently at? Oh, 2 of Cups. This is very faded. 2 of Cups, very faded. I just heard the Pocahontas song, Listen With Your Heart, You Will Understand. I just heard that. What was the card that just knocked? 10 of Swords. Pile number 2, please, Spirit Guides. Pile number 2. Pile number 2, please, Spirit Guides. Where is pile number 2's person at currently? Knight of Wands. 10 of Wands. The Hierophant. They're going through a big ascension right now. A big ascension right now. We have the King of Swords at the back of the deck. They're very grounded in the physical. Grounded in the physical and very connected to like that. They feel a little bit headstrong. I feel quite Capricorn-y, to be honest with you. They feel like Capricorn, Aquarius. That's how it's kind of coming through. So where are they currently at, please, Spirit Guides? Pile number 2. There's almost a brain fog that's being placed over me. Like they're going through some sort of ascension and they may be beginning to go through an ego death. Because I just feel... I remember when I went through one of my ego deaths and like... how do I explain it? I was resisting my whole mental state and my world as I knew it dissolving. I was resisting it because I was like, well, what's beyond that? And this is almost the energy that they feel that they're in. So I feel like they're aligning with a higher truth. They're connecting to a higher state, but it's almost like their mental brain is having a hard time digesting it, which I feel is going to trigger an ego death. But it's funny because I almost feel like they don't have too much inner work to shift and change and all of that. I feel like they've either done it or they would have nipped that in the bud quite young. So in regards to like an ego death that's happening, it's more so the way they look at the world and being more open to the way that they look at the world, because there's an ascension coming in that is triggering psychic gifts for them, pile 2, and their brain's very foggy because they're used to with this King of Swords at the back of the deck, they're used to like being very grounded and connected to their mental energy and knowing exactly what's what, who's who, what their philosophy of life is. It's like, I understand what it is. I'm headstrong. I know who I am. I know why the world is the way that it is. And as you guys probably know, when you go through a shift like that, the universe is like, bitch, you thought, like, it's not the way that you thought it was, and it shifts and it changes again. And it's not that it was different. You're just seeing it from a higher perspective, and they're kind of resisting it a little bit, pile 2. They are going to be going through it because I feel like they're being guided through it, to be honest with you. They are. But it's almost like, do you see this 2 of Cups here? And they're kind of looking at each other and they're going to hand the cups to each other, but they're almost looking a bit, this is them, this is the universe. The universe is like, look, you fulfilled that side, like the mental side, the physical side. You are now going to be aligning with your spiritual side, or you're now reaching a higher state of mind. Pass me that cup so we can give you one that's more upgraded. And you see the hesitance? That's where your person is currently at right now. That's where they're currently at. And do you see with the 10 of Swords, she's staring at her phone? I feel like this person likes to have a lot of proof, and I feel like they're almost mentally seeking out and understanding what they're currently going through online. You know, what is an ego death? What is this that I'm feeling? I feel like they would have been spiritual before, but this is just taking them on a deeper connection to their soul, is what I'm being told. And they're kind of like looking online to kind of understand what's going on, because their brain likes to understand something before they really surrender to it. And I feel like they're going to find what they're looking for, because Spirit's really guiding them. But there is this energy where, not that they're stuck, they're just in this phase of like resisting before they surrender, which is normal for people going through an ego death, to be fair. So they're not doing anything wrong. This is just where they're currently at. And with the 10 of Wands and the Hierophant, again, it's like, you know, when you go through an ego death, they're putting me in the energy. You know, when you go through an ego death and like even your connection to spirit changes. And like, you would have always been connected to spirit, but because the connection to spirits changes, it's like you feel a little bit disconnected for a while before you give spirit a new meaning, and before you give your higher self a new meaning and the universe a new meaning. There's a feeling like that with the 10 of Wands and the Hierophant. I feel a little bit cut off. I feel a little bit stuck, because I haven't quite subscribed to this like new way of being yet. I haven't reached it yet. I'm still having trouble doing that. So it's something that they're like working through right now, but spirit's saying like all is well, they're fine, they're working through it. With the butterflies up here, they are going through this ascension. Do you see how she's got the crown on? They are going through this ascension, which is aligning them to you. It's like this actual ascension is what's aligning them to you, because you're very spiritually evolved, and they had to be there to align with you. Otherwise, it wouldn't have worked. They had to be there for you to really see each other like that. So that's what they're going through right now. Anything else? This person may wear jeans a lot. I'm being shown denim jeans. You're both very deep. You're both going to learn a lot from each other as well. You're both very deep. Very, very deep. You may even travel with this person. If not, you'll just... It doesn't even have to be physical travel. And they're telling me, yeah, we'll astral travel. Like, you know, you explore each other's minds. It's like you travel through each other's minds. There's a lot going on. And there's such a balanced energy when you meet. It's just going to feel like home. It's not going to be this like, you know, that feeling when you meet someone and then it's just like, oh my God, it doesn't feel like that. It's just like, oh, home. Oh, I feel, you know, home. When you open your hearts to each other like that. You're both going to be guarded when you first meet each other, because you both would have been through a bit of a shift. So you're both guarded when you meet each other. Like, is this person the real deal? Is this person the real deal? I feel like spirit will be showing you both a lot of symbolisms to show you that, that you're each other's. You know what I mean? So let's take a look at what message they have for you. They're very introverted. They'll be extroverted, but with the right people, and I'm feeling that's something that you're like as well. You mirror this person a lot. You have a lot of the same traits, which is why you would have butt heads. You are literally a mirror of each other. That's what it feels like. Pile number 2. What is the message from pile number 2's soulmate's higher self? What message do they have for pile number 2? What message does pile number 2's... This person's very philosophical. A message from pile number 2's soulmate's higher self. Oh, what have we got? What's that? We have everything is fine. They're telling me to put this upright. So, you know, like we just had the 10 of Swords. There's 2 cards in this deck. One is the 10 of Swords, and one of them says everything is fine. So, did you guys get a little bit worried when I showed you the 10 of Swords, and that's where they're at right now, and they're feeling a little bit stuck? They're telling me to say that to you, like, everything is fine. Like, they're seeking out ways to be able to surrender to this. They don't quite know what they're doing right now, but they're listening to their intuition, and everything's going to be okay. So that's a message that they want to get through to you straight away. 8 of Swords. They're telling me to put these reverse because these ones came out reverse, but we had the 8 of Swords. 4 of Wands, okay. That was upright. I thought it was going to be reversed. 4 of Wands. I feel like this is someone you're going to build with. You're going to build in the physical with this person. I don't know why I feel like there's something humanitarian that you're doing with each other. You may adopt children, or maybe like adopt like animals. Or there's something to do with like Mother Gaia as well. Like, I don't know, there's like a lot of work where you're helping people, or you may like... There's a connection to animals here, and I don't know, there's something you're building that is like humanitarian. You both may have a lot of Aquarius in your chart. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. Pile number 2. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. Pile number... So what message does pile number 2 soulmate have for them right now? Knight of Cups. I feel like they're going to make the first move with you. When it comes to meeting you. I'll channel better now. Let me just lay the cards. I feel like they're going to approach you first. King of Swords again. Nine of Pentacles at the back of the deck. Yeah, all is well. All is well. You're going to build a lot of abundance together. You're really going to build a lot of abundance together. One thing that I'm being told about they're almost referencing when you meet, because they're referencing like, when we meet, I'm very like you, and remember this. So oh, they're coming through really strong. They're like, I'm very like you, so remember that when we meet, I'm not being difficult, I'm not being quiet, I'm not being playing hard to get. You and I have the same tactic when it comes to meeting new people, where we will shut off, in the sense of, when I feel ready, then I'll open up to you. And you and I are going to mirror each other in that. So we may not look at each other as we're connected, because we're not showing our true selves to each other right at the beginning, because there is a wall in front of us, in sense of like, let me wait until I can give you my energy, like that. As time moves on, we are going to spend more time together, which is going to have us open up our hearts, and that's when we realize what we actually mean to each other. And that's something that they're referencing. So if you meet this person soon, or in the next year or something like that, and you feel like, oh, I don't know about this person, you know what I mean, and someone's rubbing you up the wrong way, and you don't know whether you really connect with them, it's because they have the same self-protection mechanism as you, and they are someone that cannot just like open up themselves fully like that to just anyone, because they're very protective of their energy, and they know how strong their energy is. You're the same. So they're referencing that. They're also saying that both of you have the same mindset, in the sense that you like to spend a lot of time on your own, or a lot of time in nature, and I feel like you're both going to respect that a lot. They're taking me to the two birds at the top, which is kind of what came up in pile number 1. So you may see birds a lot, or birds may play like a prominent theme in this connection. They're going to open up to you first, and they're going to step towards you first in regards to love. 100% they're going to. I keep hearing Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. But I'm being told to allow this to unfold naturally. Don't force anything. When you meet this person, the connection with them is going to unfold naturally. And with it, everything is fine card flopping out. And then we have the 8 of Swords reversed. It's like, the reason it came out reversed, they're telling me, is because these swords are falling out. These ego constructs that they're kind of like sticking them to an old paradigm, they are falling out, and they're letting you know that everything is fine, because with this 8 of Swords, they are breaking free of it, they are surrendering, but it's going to take its time. You may meet them at an event or a celebration or something like that. Maybe you go to a retreat or something like that and you meet them. It could be something to do with that. But I'm being told you'll build with each other. I almost feel like you're ahead of them in regards to this pathway, like, and I'm being told it happened that way because you needed time to come out of your cocoon to build a little bit before this person came in, which is why you're ahead. I feel like you've always kind of been ahead a little bit energetically, because you've had to really bring things into the physical after that conclusion. So that's why it's you've been ahead of this person. They've spent a lot of time on their own too as well. They like to spend time on their own. So let's take a look at your card. So you have transformation. Your relationship with another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So what was I saying? When you meet, their message to you, like when they meet, like it's not gonna look like they're someone that you're supposed to like be with straight away, because you're both in your shell, in the sense of like protecting and preserving your energies. Yeah, that's why we have the transformation card. You both would have gone through a lot of transformations before you meet, but it'll take a while for you to kind of like give each other's heart to each other, because you both know how powerful your hearts are and how deep you love. And I'm being told like you're both not going to give that to just anybody. So that's why you were being, you were analysing each other and understanding each other before you give your heart to each other. And there's some big work you're doing that they're referencing as a message to you as well. There's some big work you're doing, which is why this transformation had to kind of like occur. But it's for both of your greater goods, and they're also saying for the collective's greater good. So something humanitarian is kind of happening here, for sure. Yeah, so pile number 2, that's what I have for you. I really hope that you enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you are watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next videos as we continue to do the love and self-love themed videos. So yeah, have a beautiful day, happy Valentine's Day, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the week. So thank you guys for watching. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be taking a look at the journey you will go on before meeting your divine counterpart and what brings you to your chance meeting, as well as we are going to be taking a look at where your person is currently at on that journey energetically. And at the end, because I ended up doing it for pile 1 and 2, I will be looking at a message from the higher self of your person this Valentine's just for you as well. So you chose this card, pile number 3. I'm going to be taking a look at that last. It's going to kind of end the reading and close the reading out, so I'm not going to read it that until the end. So I'll pop it up here and let's get straight in. So I'll start with tarot. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3, you have very deep set eyes, or just very beautiful eyes. Like your eyes are very piercing or very deep, and just there's a lot going on. I'm hearing Ocean Eyes by Billie Eilish. I almost feel like your person is going to really like your eyes, or they're going to know you through your eyes, because you would have had past life memories with them, I feel, but like just soul energy, I just feel like your person's going to really be drawn to that aspect of you, be really connected to your eyes. Yeah, okay, you have a deep soul, I'm being told. You're quite romantic at heart as well, I feel, pile 3. What is the journey for pile number 3? In regards to them meeting their divine counterpart? All of the cards are flipped over and a couple fell on the floor. I'm not going to use the ones that fell. I was only one. Am I using this? No. Okay. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3. The journey for pile number 3 to their soulmate. Ooh. Knight of Cups. Okay. Pile number 3. Let me lay them and then I'll channel fully for you. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3. What journey is pile number 3 going to be on? King of Pentacles. Okay. What journey is pile number 3 going to partake on to meet their soulmate? What journey will they go through? Reverse or upside down? Reversed. Okay. Pile number 3. I don't know why I've been shown the movie Mamma Mia and they're on the like Greek islands. I'm just being shown that. Maybe you're watching it, or maybe that may be significant. Maybe they're Greek. Pile number, or maybe you're Greek. Pile number 3, or maybe you're both Greek. Pile number 3. One more card, please, spirit guides. What is the journey to pile number 3's soulmate? What journey? Upright or upside down? They're telling me to put that one upright. That's fine. They're telling me you can read it reversed, but keep it upright, because we've got that one upright and they're going to coincide. That's where they want me to put it upright. And then we have the Empress at the back of the deck. Okay. Okay, there's a lot hidden in regards to your love journey, isn't there, pile number 3? Like, I feel like you're one of those people where you could watch like 100 pick of cards in regards to love, and they can tell you what your person's like, and they can tell you all of these things, but in regards to how you meet and in regards to like what goes on, I feel like things are very hush hush, and I feel like that may frustrate you. That's something that I'm being told. Like, you're learning in this lifetime to live in the moment and to not overthink as much, to live in the moment and be in the moment and rejoice in where you're currently at. And that's something that I feel like you're learning to be okay with when this person comes in. You may be somebody that's very fixed, so a lot of Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. You may be someone that likes things the way that they are, or likes to know where you're going, and I feel like the universe has kind of flipped that on its head for you. You know, there's been a lot of twists and turns and plot twists in your life. You may have been through a couple ascensions, or you may be on a spiritual journey now, and you're learning that you can't quite predict or plan ahead so much. You have to kind of allow the universe to take you where you are, because that stable feeling that you're looking for, that grounded feeling that you're looking for, it's actually within. If you hear me turning around, only reason I'm doing it, I'm gonna say, before I started filming for you guys, my kitten came back from the vets, and he's a feral cat, and he's only started getting used to us, and we had to take him to the vets to get jabbed, and he's very frightened, and when he's scared, he looks for holes to like hide in, and he likes to come up to my workroom, and I have my clothes still in my workroom, like a clothing rack, and he goes underneath when he's scared. So he's a little bit frightened, and he's underneath my clothing rack right now. So if you hear my voice kind of move away from the camera, That is the reason why I'm just checking up on him, because I want to make sure he's okay, because he's sitting under there right now. So yeah, that's what I wanted to warn you guys about. If you feel like I'm walking away from the camera, I'll try not to do that. So pile number 3, spirit guides, tap me in, continue where I left off. Yeah, you're learning to go with the flow, listen to your intuition, because you have a very beautiful intuition, pile 3, and I feel like you overthink a lot, and then you like disregard your own intuition. Like your intuition's telling you, you know, maybe be single for a while, focus on you, and then it's like you may like overwrite that with like overthinking, like, well, what if no one comes in? Or your intuition may be saying to like not trust someone or pull away from a certain connection, but then you may overthink and be like, well, wait, no, like you're learning to trust yourself, your own instincts, your own intuition, which is actually what leads you to your person. I feel like yours is very like to the point. Not that there's not a lot of like depth to it, but I just feel like it's something so simple which may feel so deep to you. Because like I can sit here and say till I'm blue in the face, learning to trust and go with the flow, but I know what it's like as someone who's very fixed. I'm very fixed myself to like learn to just like let what will be just be, and let these things come in. Maybe in childhood you had a, you know, very like maybe you have like Uranus in your 4th house. Like I feel like a lot of sudden changes and shifts happened in your childhood, which have you now like, okay, I need to plant everything and stay grounded, and I need to know what I'm doing, and I need to know who's coming in. Maybe you were hurt a lot in relationships before, and now it's like, okay, like I need to know if it's gonna last, because if it doesn't last, then what's the point? Like there's a feeling of that, and spirit's almost like, give me the reins, learn to trust. And I feel like learning to trust and following that. Sorry guys, my camera cut out then, but like I was saying, I just feel like you may have had a lot of situations maybe in childhood where there was a lot of shifting, or you may have had connections where people may have hurt you, but what you may not have realized that it was doing was it was showing you guys where there was maybe shadow aspects or wounding, so that it could become apparent in the physical, so that you could work through that and move through that. Because there's something about, you would have been in either like one specific karmic connection, or you would have just had 2 other relationships, and you may have thought, well, they were dead ends, they hurt me, but what they did was taught you a lot about yourself, and they were part of your journey too, to teach you about yourself, so you knew what you were worth, so that you knew to like fight for yourself, so you knew to ask for more, or stand up for yourself, or to understand your worth, or what you actually wanted in a relationship. You know what I mean? It was like a kind of development stage. You were learning what you wanted out of love, what your higher soul really wanted, what your higher self really wanted, you know? And I feel like you're going on this journey to kind of redefine what you want, so that you can kind of be very free-spirited and open to allow what's for you to come in, and anything that isn't for you, you can just kind of like trust that you, it's kind of like trusting yourself and knowing that you'll know when to shut it down or call it out and have it kind of move away. That's why we have the Empress at the back of the deck, because this is something that's being born within you, this abundant energy. Do you see her? She's not worrying about her crops. She trusts that the universe is going to be abundant enough and allow them to grow. She trusts that they're going to grow. When we plant plants, we don't sit there day and night wondering where it's coming. We just allow it to grow because we know that it will. And that's something that you're learning to do, which is the journey that brings this person in. So I feel like that's why maybe when you were watching pick of cards, like you wanted to know how this person was coming in, or how they were going to treat you, or whatever, but then there was a lot of and it's because there's something you're supposed to transmute within yourself. I know it can be annoying, but that's something that you've been learning to do. I'll see what I can get for you though in this reading, because I know that's why you clicked on it. So I'll see what I can get for you. Yeah, so with the Page of Wands and the King of Wands, do you remember, like I said, that came reversed? They told me to put it upright, but read it kind of reversed, because when the person comes into your life, this person comes into your life, you're going to be so focused on where you're at and just happy in the moment that you're in, feeling very free-spirited, feeling very open to like any possible outcome. And because of that, you're not even going to be aware that this person's coming in. That's why it was coming through reversed. You're going to be in this Strength card. This Strength is showing up very heavy in these readings. You're going to be in this Strength card energy. You're going to be feeling very confident within yourself. You would have tamed that tiger within, tamed that lion within, tamed your demons within that were having you worry about what is next and what is coming around the corner. You would have tamed that within you so that you can feel abundant, feel confident in yourself, know that what's for you is for you. And this person comes in and it's just out of the blue, and I feel like you're not that you're not going to I feel like you're going to be none the wiser to this person. You're not even going to realize that either they like you or that this person is your person. And because of that, I feel like this situation for you guys, pal 3, will end up manifesting as a friendship, and then it turns into a relationship, pal 3. That's what's going to happen, because you're going with the flow with this person in a friendship way. I feel like this person will develop feelings, and I feel you will too, but I feel like by the time you start to develop those feelings and kind of like, is this person for me? Is this person my soulmate? There would already have been a foundation of trust built. There would have already been a foundation of friendship built, so that it could blossom freely. So when you both open up to each other like that, there already would have been a stable foundation there, but it's almost like you would have been none the wiser while it was happening. And that's something that I'm being told about this connection. It's coming in and you're none the wiser to it. This is coming in as like friendship. Oh, this is just a friend I'm hanging around with. This is a person I get on with really well. And there's no like, oh, this person is a love interest. There may be even things that happen that you think, oh, this person likes someone else, and it's going to happen that way, so that your mind's off the thought of like love like that, so that you can just pour into yourself and be in this kind of like Fool card energy of like free-spiritedness, like innocence, like naivety to just life, and bringing in whatever comes in, like a childhood. They don't fear anything, they just allow anything to come in. And that's when they come and step next to you, and you're building your friendship and you're building this trust, and it's all being built up, laying these foundations, so that by the time the plant starts coming out of the soil, you would have already planted the seed with this person. You would have already been watering this connection, and it's a very healthy connection. That's how it builds. But you would have had to learn to be free-spirited, be open to that, and be focused and committed to where you're at in the current moment, and not wanting for something else. Does that make sense? Like and I don't mean to like shame in the sense of wanting something else, because as human beings, we're not supposed to be isolated. We are supposed to be in tribes, and it's natural for us to want a partner or friends and people around us, because we're supposed to. So don't think I'm shaming you in regards to that, because it's normal for you to want someone. We're not supposed to be just on our heart all the time. But it's like you being focused and happy with where you are at currently, without needing external, because you give yourself all of the internal. That's when this person's coming in. I hope that makes sense. Because I feel like maybe sometimes you may think to yourself like, or you may have even been like shamed, or like you may have heard like a lot of people say to you, stop wanting someone to come in. Don't stop wanting someone to come in. I hope you know, like, you're not wrong for wanting a partner. That's a normal thing to want. Like, we're supposed to have that. It's a normal thing. Do not shame yourself, and don't allow people to shame you for wanting love, because you're romantic souls. You have a beautiful heart that's supposed to be shared. Do not allow anyone to shame you for that, okay? It's just Spirit want you to realize that you are your own hero, and that you are the one that can bring yourself to that salvation by opening yourself up freely to whatever the universe needs you to do. Because the higher realms, there's no resistance to anything, or I need to have this or I need to have that. It just comes in because we know that it's ours. Does that make sense? So that's something that you're learning. There's nothing wrong with like wanting a connection. I feel like I have to say that to you, because I feel like you've been made to feel like you shouldn't. Or maybe you like hide the fact that you'd even watch like love readings, and it's perfectly normal to watch these type of readings. It's you know, love is beautiful, love is eternal. We're supposed to have it, and you're learning that you're worthy of it and that it's yours, you know. So let's see where your person's at then, because I feel like you're on this journey. You're learning to open up. I feel like you're learning to go with the flow. You're learning to be like Moana, how far I'll go. You're learning to be like that. And I feel like it's bringing confidence to you the more that you align with that. And I feel like your person would be watching you for some time before they come in with this King of Wands. They'd be watching where you're at. They're going to be very physically drawn to you. Very physically drawn to you when they come in, but they're showing me like a halt, that they'd move slowly, see that you are happy where you're at, and allow themselves to slot in as a friendship first. They feel very like Taurus-y. That's how they feel. They feel like a Taurus. They don't have to be. I'm just picking that up from them. I feel like they'd have earthy. I feel like they may have like Venus in Taurus, Venus in Capricorn, Venus in Virgo, like that type of energy. Yeah. 100%. And I feel like they'll start to really like you before you're even aware of your feelings even towards them, because this connection is going to be different to your other romantic connections, pal 3. So like the way you're feeling. Hello, baby. Sorry, my cat's watching. Come here. Are you being nosy? Are you okay? Come here, baby. Sorry guys, my cat had just come out of my little clothing rack and he was being very inquisitive, so I wanted to give him some love. But yeah, like I was saying, pile number 3, I feel like this person's going to develop feelings for you before you even realize, and it's going to be so different to relationships you would have had in the past, because I feel like a lot of the relationships you had in the past were very fast paced. I feel there wouldn't have been like a level of maybe a friendship before it. It would have just been very passionate. So this warm feeling, this lovely feeling, this homely feeling that you have with your person, it's like you almost don't even recognize it as love at first. You don't recognize it as that, which is why it takes you a little bit while longer to realize what it is before other feelings kind of crop up. So I feel like that's how it comes in out of the blue, you know. So let's take a look at where they're currently at. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Where is pile number 3's person currently at? They're very much like law unto themselves, doing my own thing. Very much the energy that you are aligning with, they are currently in. To be honest with you, but that's probably why you align with them, to bring them in. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Where is pile number 3's soulmate currently on this journey? On this journey that we're talking about right now with pile 3, where is that person at? Where is pile number 3's person at? If you're wanting to see how the relationship kind of goes, or like what the relationship will be like, I will have your next relationship video this week as well, so you can kind of align that video with this person and watch that if you'd like it to go deeper into the connection as well. That should come Thursday, but it may be a different day, but I'm hoping for Thursday that should go up. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3. Oh, pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3. Where is pile number 3's person currently at on this journey? Where is pile 3's 8 of Pentacles? Okay. Where is pile number 3's person currently at? This person's very focused on their career and their work. I'm being told the Emperor. Yeah. This person's very divine masculine. I will say that. My hair is, I am molting. My hair is just falling out. Pile 3, where is pile number 3's person currently at? Oh, King of Swords. Yeah, divine masculine energy coming through here. Very in their divine masculine energy. Which would make you divine feminine, whether you're male or female. It's an energy you possess, divine feminine. Pile 3. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3. Where is pile number 3's person currently at? 6 of Swords. Okay. Where is pile number 3's person currently at? Where is pile number 3's person currently at? King of Wands. And then the back of the deck, we have the 10 of Cups. Okay. Okay, pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Where is pile number 3's person currently at? Where is pile number 3's person currently at? This person is very divine masculine, very in their earthy energy, very grounded. I feel like they're very go with the flow as well. I feel like that's why you're aligning with that energy, because they're very much that too. This person feels like they're either a manager or like a boss of something, or they're like entrepreneur. There's something that they take like a role on, and I feel like people look up to them. Quite like either influential, or they're just someone that has a lot of like power or status in regards to their work. That's how it feels. They're very for like the physical and money and things like that, but it's more so it's coming through like 6th house, like Virgo energy, because right now they're working on something. 8 of Pentacles being here, they're building something that they're very aligned with and very focused on. They take their career very seriously, pile 3, and that's something that they're completely focused on right now. I feel like, not that they're not open to love right now, but it's like if love comes in, that's cool. However, I'm very focused on my work, so unless I really feel like I align with something, I'm not interested with it at all. And I feel like that's something that they're very focused on. 6 of Swords, I feel like they would have had to walk away from a relationship. They're making me feel like it feels like over the last 2 years, they would have had to walk away from a relationship that was imbalanced. So they would have walked away from someone that was kind of maybe taking a lot from them emotionally, or just someone that didn't have the best intentions for them, or they just didn't feel like the connection between them was balanced. They like things to flow. They like things to be it's kind of a feeling like if I align with it, I do, and if I don't, I don't. I know when it's time to like up and leave. Like I know when there's a shift here, you know what I mean? And it's like, I know when there's like an imbalance, and I know when I'm not being treated the right way, so I'm just gonna like step away from it. And they're very calm like that. I don't feel like there's someone that's very disrespectful or anything like that. They feel very vocal if there's something that they don't like, and they seem like someone, when they apply themselves to something, they really work on it. So to have them step away from something, it has to be something that they would have really tried to hold on to before stepping away. Yeah, very, very earthy like that. So there's something that they would be releasing that's in their energy field right now, but it's like they're very grounded. They see the bigger picture. It's like, I'm moving forward. With this 10 of Cups at the back of the deck, I do really feel like they're building in regards to something with their future. So it's like, I'm building. I feel like they have a very traditional idea of what love is. So it's like, I want like the marriage, the house, the kids, things like that. Or even if they may already have kids for some of you guys, or you know, whatever the case, but it's like, I'm building for that. I'm building for that idea that I want one day. Like, I'm setting the foundations now. So they're very focused on it, and that's where all of their energy is going in, you know, going into. It's like, until I see something that's worthy of me pursuing in that way, and I put effort into it, I'm not going to take my eye off this ball. And I feel obviously when they meet you, then they slowly start to pursue you like that. They look at everything like a project. Okay, what do I need to do? How do I need to physically apply myself? What am I doing here? And I feel like that's where they're at in regards to work. Their main focus is their work right now, and building a solid foundation. Very much so. So let's take a look at, I don't feel they're too spiritual, pile 3. If you're looking for someone that's like connected to spirit, I feel like you will enlighten them with that. I feel like you're more open to that, and you'll enlighten them. They're more for the practical and the physical, but they're open to like learning as well. I feel like you will have your differences, but it's kind of like what attracts you to each other as well. You balance each other out very well. Pile number 3. So now I'm going to take a look at just what message, because it is Valentine's Day, like what message they have for you. So they could focus on you for the message, or they could just talk about the connection in this message. So let's see what they've got to say to end the reading. So pile number 3. I am being told as well, your person's kind of like where they need to be. They are walking away from a connection, so that's still dissolving within them. But they'll stick then to focusing on work until you and that person is in alignment. Or they may date around and not find anyone worth pouring into until they meet you. It feels like that. I almost feel like the next connection they'd have would be with you, pile 3. That's how it feels. Pile number 3, please. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. What message does pile number 3's soulmate higher self have to say? It's very nurturing connection, to be honest with you. You really nurture each other. Upright or upside down? Upright. They wanted me to look at the watering can as well. Look how she's watering the plants. Yeah, this is going to be a slow burner, because this is just how your person is. They like to they don't like to leave a stone unturned. They like to get to know someone. They like to understand someone on a deep level. They like to pour into them, nurture them, open up little by little, develop that friendship. And I feel like that's what's happening. And I feel like they're telling you to pour into yourself the way they're pouring into themselves, so that when you meet each other, you can then pour into each other. That's a message that they have for you straight away. I just said you can never go wrong with self-care or self-love. Like, I just heard that. So they're telling you to definitely keep focusing on you and just nurturing where you're at, and nurturing, you know, who you are, and becoming happy with where you're currently at. Because happiness is a state of mind. It's not a destination, is what they're saying. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3. What message does pile number 3's soulmate have for them? 4 of Swords. Okay. Let me like put the other cards down, and then I'll channel it for you. Pile number 3. What message does pile number 3 soulmate? Upright or upside down? Upright, okay. 10 of Cups. The Emperor. someone in your life is draining your energy or taking from your energy right now. They're telling you to reevaluate someone that you're around. It doesn't have to stand for a person. It could be a habit that you're doing or food that you're eating that's draining you. But for some of you guys, it's a literal person. And they're not saying cut off from this person, but they're saying to put in boundaries and be discerning with someone in your life right now. You're a very loving soul. You're a very giving soul, but someone is taking your energy. And they're saying to fall back a little bit. Your energy is very precious right now. You're at a point where you're shifting in your heart space and your energy, and you need your energy the most right now. Don't be self-sacrificing or giving to someone, or like, even it could even be the sense, because with the cups here, it's almost mentioning like someone's emotionally dumping on you, a friendship or a sibling or something like that. And I'm not saying don't be there for them, they're saying, but like, make sure that there's boundaries and make sure you're in the right state of mind before somebody emotionally dumps on you or trauma dumps on you. Because like, you are very, I feel like you may have a bit of Virgo tendencies, like you want to help people, but it's like you also need to have a lot of focus on you at the same time and be focusing on you. Whatever's left over, then you can help people. But someone's almost pulling on your energy, or something that you're, maybe it's social media, it's something little that could be resolved with a boundary. And it could be like procrastinating, or social media, or food, or doing something that you know is unhealthy, or they're telling me you'll know what it is. There's something that's draining you a little bit. They want you to nip that in the bud. Pile 3. One more card. What message does pile number 3 soulmate have for them? Everything is fine. That's the message. Everything is fine. Are you on your own a little bit right now, pal 3? And you're wondering like, oh, where's my person? When am I going to have this connection? And you're going through, we got 9 of Swords. Are you going through something right now, pal 3? Because, you know, like I said with the Strength card that was there earlier, and I was talking about you taming the kind of like tiger within and the lion within. I feel like you've been detaching from certain people that maybe you thought that you were going to have a good relationship with, you were going to have a long-term relationship with, and you've kind of had to learn that that might not have been the right person for you. And I feel like that's been really disappointing, and I feel like you've had to retract from a lot of people, which meant that you've been on your own. And I feel like a lot of your days may be on your own. They're letting me say with this everything is fine card, whatever wounds that are being pulled up right now, it's for the benefit of this connection coming into play. So allow yourself the space to purge these emotions and let go of these emotions. I'm hearing Growing Pains by Alexia. I feel like you're going through a shift that's aligning you with this person, pile 3, but I feel like you're spending a lot of time on your own. Maybe you're on social media a lot, you know, on you know, Instagram, TikTok, things like that, and that's fine. But they're just saying everything is going to be okay. Pay attention to your emotions right now, because whatever's coming up is coming up for a release to put you on the path for this connection to come in. And the reason that the 10 of Cups is in the middle of the deck, like I said, this is someone that feels like they may want like a family and kids and things like that, and they're building for it. But look at the rainbow here. It's like everything turns out in the end, and the 10 of Cups is like, this is a state of mind. It's not something outside of you, it's within you. So embody that. And anything that gets in the way, negative emotions, allow yourself to feed them, feel them, so that they can purge out, so that you can finally align with that without having to worry. And that's what brings this person in. But this future that you're wanting, whether it's just you and this person being in a connection, whether it's all the trimmings, the house, the kid, whatever, it's yours. But you have to believe that it's for you and really believe in it. Do not worry that it's not going to come in. Believe that it's yours, because it is coming in. That's why the 10 of Cups is here, and you need to trust where you're at right now, because you're purging something that's going to bring this in for you, pile number 3. So let's take a look at their message for you. It literally says, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So this is going to be such a hearty connection, see, pile 3, because a lot of your connections in the past, maybe they were built off of lust, or maybe they were built off of trauma bonds and, you know, karma. And that's fine for the soul's growth, but that's never really truly connecting with the heart, because that's a conditional love. That's a love of, I will love you for as long as you satisfy me. I will love you for as long as you fill my wounds. I will love you for as long as, no. That's not love. Love is eternal, and this person's going to fall for your heart And that's what's going to have them coming in for you, and that's what's going to have them staying, is because they fall for your heart, not what you can do for them. You know what I mean? Not what you look like, not because of all of that. They'll love all of the other things, but that's just the cherry on top. It was your heart that resonated, and this person feels like a romantic and an old soul, someone that's very traditional like that. They're not looking for something just like silly and something that, you know, is built off of, you know, you giving them attention or you filling up their cup or anything like that. It's like, no, I want like a true hearty love, like I want a companion, they're saying. And that's what this connection is going to be, and they know what they want, and it's like, I'll know it when I see it. And that's why this card's here. I'm thinking of you this very moment, because they are kind of manifesting you in, and I feel like you're doing the same too. Your love fills me with light, I love you. You know, love is eternal. This is already happening. This love connection is already happening. Your souls already know each other. This is a link up in the physical, but your souls already know each other. See, the soul's already coming through to say, I love you. It's already coming through to say that, because it's already yours. So don't worry, because it's already yours, is the message, pile 3. So that's what I have for you, pile 3. I really hope that you enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up or comment down below if you did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I will have more love themed and self-love themed videos throughout this week, so stay tuned. Hit the notification bell if you are interested in that. But otherwise, guys, have a beautiful Valentine's Day. I hope you've had a beautiful day, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey pile 4, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at what the journey to your soulmate is going to be like, as well as where your person is currently at on that journey. And at the end, I'll just be channeling a little message from the higher self of your person to you, just because it's Valentine's Day and I felt like doing it. So that's what we're going to be doing as well. So you guys chose this card. I'm going to pop it up here because we're going to be taking a look at that at the end of the reading, to kind of clarify and see what are the messages it can give us. So I'm going to start with tarot. We're going to get in, and then we'll move on to the oracle cards. So pile number 4, please, spirit guides, tap me into the collective of pile number 4. What is the journey to pile number 4's soulmate going to be like? What is the journey to pile number 4's? You know your heart, pile 4. You have a very beautiful, soft and open heart, and I feel like you can bounce back from anything. You know, the way I'm tapping into your energy even now, like, you know what you want out of love. You know exactly what that is, and I just feel like you're very in tune with your heart chakra, and I feel like you're romantics, and I feel like you feel, how do I explain this? You have a lot of, like, you have an impact on people in regards to your heart chakra. Like, people that maybe you cut off to their heart chakra, it's like they'll connect with you, and I feel like you open them up to their own. Whether they run away because it's scary to them, or whether they embrace it, I feel like people do really shift and change when they meet you. Like, you're quite a catalyst to people, pile 4. Which may have led you to, like, drawing in people that were maybe broken birds, or people that kind of needed you. And maybe you had to learn to differentiate between people that need you and people that genuinely want to be in your life for you. And not just what you can supply them with energetically and loving wise. I feel like that's a lesson you may have learned. Let's get into the tarot. Pile 4, please, spirit guides. Pile number 4. Oh, pile number 4, please, spirit guides. What is the journey pile 4 will go on before meeting that person? What is the journey that leads them to that person? What is the journey pile number 4 will go on? Queen of Pentacles. What is the journey pile 4 are gonna go on? King of Wands. See, the thing is, I feel like you attract people pretty easily. It's just like the right people you may find it hard to bring in, because people almost like project onto you or fantasize what you'd like them to be. You may have Neptune in the first house, Pisces in the first house. People will project on them what you want them to be, and I feel like you make them feel a way, but it's like you're more than what you're giving them, and it's feel like they may fantasize or build you up to be, how do I explain this? How do I put this in the words? It's like You're so much more than your looks and just the energy that you can give. You're so intelligent. You have so many talents. You're such a great, genuine person to be in your life. Like, you're so fun to be around. Yes, you're nurturing. Yes, you're giving, but you're so much more than that. You deserve someone to be around you that doesn't need you to mother them. I'm hearing Jennifer Lopez, Ain't Your Mama. Like, you deserve someone to see these intricate parts of your brain and what you are and who you are at your core. You deserve that so much. And you've dealt with people that were quite shallow, or people that were broken birds, or people that couldn't reach your depths. So it had you at times have to swim into the lighter ends to kind of connect with people because they didn't have the depth to reach you in the deeper ends. Do you understand what I mean? And that had you stuck for a little while, pal 4, dealing with people that were just kind of taken from you, because it was like kind of similar to pal number 1 in a way. You may have learned through childhood, like you may not have been loved the way you would have wanted in childhood, so it was like, okay, I'm not being loved the way I should, so I'll just settle for being needed. Like, it's that feeling, pal 4. And I feel like you may have had to deal with that. But more so, it's like, you're such a light, there's so much wisdom, but it's like you've had to dim it to fit in, or dim it to reach people. And you're learning to go right back to the deep end, to embody that light to its fullest capacity, and the right light is going to come and join you, instead of you having to like jump off your pedestal for someone else. You've had people literally calling you off your pedestal because they're so drawn to you. They see your worth, they see your love, they see your confidence. It heals them, it helps them, but it's like they don't know what to do with it. They can't even withstand it, so they have to pull you off your pedestal to bring you to them. And I feel like you would have done that in the past and then learnt to kind of step back on your pedestal, and it's like, oh, you come up here, oh, you can, oh, well, you might have to find someone else on the same podium as you, because I'm not coming off this. And you've learned that, and it's not to say you're better than anyone else, but like, there's so much depth, and you're such a nurturer and a giver. You need to be in a relationship with someone that's also a deep, nurturing giver. Do you understand what I mean? Like, the sharks don't swim with the tadpoles. I always say this, you're a shark, don't swim with the tadpoles. And you're learning this about you, to not dim your light or bottle in parts of yourself to accommodate somebody else, to align with somebody else. You may be very connected to spirit, and then the people you're drawing around you aren't, and then you have to shut off such a big part of you to just be around them. And then there wasn't a connection really growing so much from it, because they were taking your healing energy and all that, but they didn't really see you. They saw what they wanted to see from you, or what they could see from you, and there was so much more. And I feel like that's a journey that you would have gone on. Let me lay the other cards and then we'll get into it, because you have a lot of people that are really attracted to you, see a lot of your worth. Pile number 4, journey to pile number 4, soulmate. What is the journey to pile number 4's? So, oh my god, your connection with your divine counterpart, whatever you want to call it, soulmate, is going to be so emotionally fulfilling for you. And do you want to know, as I say that, I looked down and guess what card fell on the floor and flipped over? Ace of Cups. Flipped over for me as I felt this energy of like, this is what it's supposed to feel like. This is what it's, oh my god, this is the depth that I needed. This is why those connections didn't work out with other people. I get it. I get it. There's a feeling of that. I feel so warm. Pile 4. Death. We have death as well. One more card and then I'll channel for you. Oh, I'm being immersed in love right now. You have such a beautiful heart. It's got to be with another beautiful heart like this. The people that would have tried to pull on your energy, it wasn't that they meant you harm. They just weren't connected to their heart space the way that you are. They weren't. They were focused on other things, practical things, themselves. They weren't connected to the depths of their heart. They were too scared to touch it. So they'd come to you for that healing energy, but then they couldn't reach it, and maybe they'd run away when they couldn't reach that depth, or maybe you cut them off, or maybe spirit intervened because it would have been imbalanced. You would have given, they would have taken, and it wasn't fair on you because you're supposed to have this Ace of Cups. Oh, wow. Okay, one more card. The way I'm feeling, my heart feels so full. And do you want to know the most beautiful thing? I'm being told you're going to bring yourself to that fullness and give yourself that full energy before this person comes in. And the reason I'm smiling is because you're already doing it. I could feel it, pal 4. You've been really nurturing yourself and giving to yourself, and it's going to go even deeper. You're bringing yourself to such emotional fulfillment, and treating yourself like the best boyfriend and girlfriend ever, so that when this person comes in, they already know how to treat you. You've been doing it yourself. You know not to settle for anything less, you know? So maybe 1 or 2 people may step towards you before your person comes in, but you know not to settle for it because you know what you deserve. You feel like that. It's reminding me, like, it's Valentine's Day when you're watching this, but it's Friday when I'm filming it. And Monday, it's going to be a great day for me. I'm treating myself so much. I'm the best girlfriend I've ever had. It's going to be great. I've got so much planned for myself, and I can't wait to give to myself like that. And I feel like that's you, pal 4. You're giving to yourself like that. You're learning to be the best boyfriend, girlfriend ever to yourself, because you know you deserve it. You know you deserve that depth. You're not playing small anymore. And that's when they come in. Oh, I love this. Pal 4. Pal 4. This feels very healing to my own heart. You've been healing your heart. Because maybe you internalize people not being able to reach your depths as rejection. And it was never rejection, and you're learning that. It was never rejection. You weren't too much. They just weren't enough. They weren't able to give enough, because they weren't open to their heart chakra and hadn't done the work you've already done. That's what it was, pile 4. Pile number... Oh my god, I almost burnt my tarot card. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. Back of deck. What have we got at the back of the deck? What have we got? What have we got? We have the 3 of Swords. You've been mending a heart that... See? 3 of Swords. You've been mending your heart. Let me just... You've been nurturing your inner child, your wounded inner child. You've been nurturing that. You've been cleansing your heart space, and that's what brings you to this person. All of those parts of yourself where you had to act small or play small. Maybe people try to dim your light. Maybe you just had so much love and so much depth and so much emotional depth and spiritual depth that it was like, this world doesn't really, like, I don't quite fit here, so I'm just gonna kind of put a mask on or be what other people want me to be or play small. And you learned to do that, and in turn it kind of broke your heart, because you could never find a heartly connection with people because you were playing small to reach them. And it was like there was a language barrier because you had so much depth to you, and you nurturing that 3 of Swords, you nurturing that energy, you pouring back into yourself, knowing who you are and knowing what your heart is capable of, creates this shift that then brings your person in that is ready to give to you. They're showing me such a beautiful, like, analogy. It's like someone's there with this beautiful rose, and it's probably the best rose in town, right? And they're going up to people and they're saying, do you want my rose? Do you want my rose? Do you want my rose? And people are looking at it and they're getting frightened by its shine and running away, or they're almost like pulling the leaves or snatching the rose out of that person's hand and running away with it, and that person's empty, but they just grow another rose. And then they start giving that out, you know, here's my rose, do you want my rose, do you want my rose? And no one's taking the rose. So then one day they're like, you know what, I've had enough of this. If no one wants my rose, that's fine, because I know I have a good rose and I'm going to give it to myself. So then you start to nurture it and water it and make it grow even bigger and brighter, and you give that rose to yourself, and you're no longer worrying about who was around you and all of that. And the next thing you know, someone taps on your shoulder, you look behind you and they've got a rose just as big as yours, and they hand it to you and they're like, do you want my rose? And you're like, do you want mine? And they're like, yeah. And you swap roses, which is each other's hearts. And that's what happens. And they're showing me that literal, like, thing playing out as your journey to your soulmate. So simply put, but I feel like it's been a journey for you. But they put it so simply there, you know? Why? I feel like you would have asked yourself, why don't people want my love? Like, why don't people want my love? They really wanted your love, but they couldn't reach its depths. And it frightened them. Or they took as much as they could take and then ran. But it was like, they couldn't reach that depth because your heart's so pure and big. You've got a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful heart. You understand what love is to a high degree. Not just like love and lust and what you can give me and, you know, all of that. And, you know, filling up my void. No. That's, you know damn well that's not love. You know what love is to a high degree because you have a beautiful, beautiful heart chakra. You know what that means. It's not conditional at all. And that is something that you've been embodying and giving to yourself, so that you know how to treat yourself and what you want when this person comes in. And that's what brings this person in. and aligns you with your person. You and this person are going to get on like a house on fire. It's going to be very healing and nurturing for you. Very healing and nurturing for you. You're both going to give so much to each other. It's going to be emotionally fulfilling for the two of you. For the two of you. Some of you guys, be careful when you do meet them, just because you may get pregnant quite quickly. That's something that came through. So be careful if you don't want children very quickly. Like, be careful, because there's something about like being very fertile and then a connect. Because the thing is, you're supposed to have kids with this person, I'm being told, because I feel like it's just in the plan. I feel like you're supposed to have kids with them. I feel like you're gonna have a strong connection with your kids too. You're gonna raise your kids to be very, very loved, and you know, your kids are not gonna know what it's like to not have love. They're gonna know exactly their worth too as well. So it's like your kids feel very fated as well in this connection. So I feel like the minute you meet, it's like the universe is like, okay, kids. And you're like, oh, do you know what I mean? Not that the universe is trying to make you be pregnant, because the universe can't make anything, you know what I mean. It's just like I just feel like because it's fated, you both may align with that and it may happen very quickly. I hope that's making sense. So be careful if you don't want that straight away. But this is someone that you're going to have a family with. How do they come in? They're not letting me know how they come in. How do they come in? What can you give me? I'm hearing as one door closes, another one opens. So maybe, well, death card here, you may have been going through some sort of shift. As one door closes, another door opens. You may be going through some sort of an ascension when this person comes in. I'm getting electric shocks. Your energy may be a little bit static, or you may be going through like an upgrading spiritually in regards to your gifts and things like that. That's something that's coming through. And when this person comes in, you're going to be feeling a lot of peace and joy in your heart chakra. Maybe you would have done some work that would have required you to purge and feel a little bit low. Maybe healing a wound with a parent, but it's healed by the time this person comes in. I'm hearing Just Like Magick by Ariana Grande, because she loves to come in at least one of my videos. Just like Magick's coming in. It's just gonna fall into your lap like magic, like that. But how are they gonna come in? Why are you being hush hush? Is this soon? Bet. I just heard bet. This is soon. This is more soon than the other piles. Because you're here, I could feel it in your energy. You're replenishing yourself right now, but you're still at this energy of peace. We literally have a dove here. Did I say, I said in one of my readings the other day that I was seeing doves. And I think this may be the correlation. It may not even be a dove, but I'm channeling it like a dove, because it looks like one. Anything I want to, they're not giving me a straight answer as to how, but they're telling me it's because it's close. It's close. They may even be circling around you right now, in the periphery of your energy. Not necessarily physically with you yet, but very close. You may even be feeling them, be feeling more romantic, or you just may be finding this sense of joy and peace within yourself. I'm hearing the Magic Hour song by Janae Aiko. It ain't perfect, but everything's beautiful now. You're finding peace with where you're at, just by realizing who you are, and rejoicing that you brought yourself here. Let's see where they're at. Maybe that'll give us a little clue, because Spirit's being very careful with what they're saying, how they come in, because it's close. This is close. Closer than the others. It's 2 1 o'clock, 4 2 2. So you may be seeing that a lot. Okay then, Spirit Guides. Where is pile number 4's person currently at on this journey? Let's get a little bit of insight into them. You're going to be like best friends. A lot of singing and jokes and stuff together. Best friends. Pile number 4. I just heard Rockabye by Clean Bandit. I don't know why. Maybe that's a song you like. I just shared that. Pile 4, please, Spirit Guides. Where is pile number 4's person currently at on this journey? Where is... I'm hearing like someday my prince will come. So whether they're like male or female, they're kind of like calling out to you in a way. They may be manifesting you in pile 4. I feel like they know it. There's this eager energy of, I know it's close. I know it is. I'm seeing symbols that it is. Or maybe you've like telepathically spoken to your person like at night, or maybe you've spoken to them energetically and they've remembered it, or maybe your higher selves have like come to each other in dreams, because there's this eagerness of like, I know they're close. I know they're coming in. Like I know, I can feel it in my bones. Like I could feel it, you know. Pile 4. Pile number 4. Ooh, the cards are flipped out. Pile 4. Where is pile number 4's person currently at on... Oh my god, your cards are like... Flip it. I'm gonna like put them back because I know they weren't for the reading. Where's pile number 4's person currently at on this journey, please, spirit guides? I'm hearing that Neo song, Closer. I just remember at the beginning, like, he used to whisper, like, closer, closer at the beginning of the song. I can't remember the lyrics, though. But it's making me, like, laugh, because I remember my brother would sit behind me in the car, and I'd, like, be listening to the song, and he'd whisper, like, behind me, going, closer, behind me. That's why it's coming up, but they're showing me that for some reason. Pile 4. Cards just dropped on the floor. 3 of Wands. Yeah, they're like waiting. I'm hearing Jhené Aiko song, waiting. Not that they're like putting their life on hold to wait for someone to come in, but it's like they have received signs, I'm feeling in the physical, that like you're stepping into alignment with them. So it's like any day now, you know, like any day now, like it's that type of thing. And they're showing me the Office scene with Michael Scott, and he's like, do you know when the fire thing happens, and he's like, oh my god, it's happening, oh my god, stay calm. Like, it's that type of energy. They're referencing that, like they know it's soon. In the physical, in this conscious like state, they know that it's like soon. They know that they're now on par to meeting you. I'm hearing Waiting by Jhené Aiko, really strong. She sings I will be waiting for you, which is like play on words, like I'll be waiting for you, I'll be waiting for you type of thing. Pile, they're quite romantic, and I feel like they like looking up at the stars and things like that. I feel like you may do that. They like sceneries, they like things to look beautiful, and they like sceneries, they like art and things. Pile, or they just see the art in things, they like beauty. Pile 4, where's pile number 4's person currently at on this journey? I just heard that right where you are, baby. That's what I heard. 8 of Pentacles. Where is pile number 4's person currently at? Oh my god, this feels so close. 4 of Cups. You see her top says over it when they come in there. And I feel like they may have been dating around and like thinking that like someone would like, you know, be that person. It's just like, I'm not interested in this. This doesn't align with me. This isn't making me emotionally fulfilled. I feel like they do get a lot of attention. I feel like people around them may have been trying to set them up with people, and they're like, until it feels like emotionally fulfilling, I don't really want it. So you can keep that. You know what I mean? You can keep that cup. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not for me. The Chariot. Pile 4, one more card, please, spirit guides. Where are they currently at? Where's pile 4's person currently at? 9 of Swords. Okay. What have we got at the back of the deck? 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands. I don't know why I'm feeling like they may have gone through a loss of like a person in their life recently, pile 4. It could be someone close to them in the family. Or it could be like an animal or a pet or something like that. Or they could have like been very close to like a friend or something, and then they've kind of like moved away. There's something about them having to let go or release, and it's not like it's almost coming through to me. It doesn't feel like, oh, I've let go of a connection. It's like they've lost someone dear to them recently, and that's something that is coming through with this 9 of Swords. There's a grieving taking place of someone that they would have lost. It could have been like a grandparent or something like that, but it would have been someone that they would have had a hearty connection with. Whether it's a friend, a grandparent, a family member, uncle, or something like that. There's someone that they would have lost recently. It's not going to be for everyone, but that's something that's come up here with this 9 of Swords, because I went straight there to understand why they're feeling it. And it's an underlying current of grief. It's not overtaking them. They're dealing with it in a very healthy way, but it's an underlying current that's in their energy field. They're trying to focus on other things with this Chariot card, as well as processing this emotion. They're trying to keep the reins on where they're currently at. Very focused on their work with the 8 of Pentacles. Very focused on their work. I feel like they're putting their getting their ducks in a row, it feels Pile 4 in their life right now. I feel like they would have gone through some sort of shift, and they're getting their ducks in a row and really aligning with like, okay, what do I want? What don't I want? What, you know, it's coming through like that. What do I want? And I feel like they're, not that they're closing off to love, but it's like they're either having people approaching them, or they're having like their friends try and put them on to someone, and they're just not getting anywhere with it because they don't feel emotionally fulfilled by it. It's like, no, this isn't, no, like it just doesn't feel right. We've got over it here. It's just like, I don't want the same scenario as my past. I do not want the same, you know, my past is my past and it's been put to bed. I don't want it anymore. It doesn't emotionally fulfill me. So they have been walking away from things that don't serve them, or they may have been like tested a little bit in regards to things, and I feel like they're just not interested. It's like, unless it's coming correct, or, you know, again, like the same energy as you in a way, like unless you're on the same pedestal as me, I don't want it. Like, it's just, I'm not coming off my pedestal. It feels like that. And they're very open to like love coming in, but not in the sense like I'm forcing it to come in. It's like I'm open to whatever comes in. It feels like that. While I focus on whatever this is that they're focusing on right now, which feels like either a course they're doing or a career move that they're focusing on. Something that is consuming their energy in like a good way. It's like a healthy medium for them. But with 6 of Wands, I feel like they've really journeyed into a new phase, the way you would have as well. And cut off karmic cycles where there could have been like negative woundings coming up. I feel like they would have purged it with that 6 of Wands there. But I do feel there's someone that they would have lost, that they're grieving. It almost doesn't feel immediate, like a parent, but it feels like someone that would have parented me or been a catalyst to who I am, like a friend or cousin or grandparent. That's how it feels. That they're kind of moving past and working through, balancing themselves out with. I feel like it's steady sailing for both of you from here. Look at the boats as well. It's steady sailing from here on out for the both of you. You're both doing what's necessarily needed to bring this in. And all of my other videos have had something that's made me pause or stop because there's been like a interference. You are the only pile where there's been no interference at all. So I feel like it's pretty like smooth sailing from here. I feel like continuing to give to yourself is the motto for both of you. You both know exactly what you want and you're refining it as you go along. 2 little butterflies are coming out of the cocoon, I'm hearing. You're both in the same, you're both exactly where you need to be. Like, the thing is, when we are aligning with someone, we've got to be in the same energetic state as them. Do you understand what I mean? And normally with these readings, when we look at where your person is and look at where you are, there is usually, it's kind of expected that there would be an imbalance somewhere because you're still aligning and adjusting, whereas you guys are right where you need to be, to the point that you're mirroring each other with where you're at, except for little things like this, like the 9 of Swords. But other than that, you're right on track. I'm being told to give a thumbs up. So let's see what they have to say to you. I don't know why I'm being shown roses. Let me gift you some roses. They're not letting me know how they come in though. They're being so secretive about that. I'm sorry, but they are not letting me know. I'll see you one more time when I see what message they have, if it'll come through. But they're wanting this to be a nice little surprise for you for some reason. Pile number 4. They want it to be a gift from out of the blue, they're saying. Pile number 4, please, spirit guides. Pile number 4. Pile number 4, please, spirit guides. Pile number 4. What message does pile number 4 soulmate have? I think they might have Pisces elements in their chart. I'm being shown the 2 fish, the Pisces symbol. I think they have some Pisces. They definitely got water in their chart because they're very like connected to their emotions in a very good way. Pile 4. Pile 4, please, spirit guides. What message does pile number 4's person have for pile number 4? They may be like a little goofy with you and dance with you. You feel like 2 like really good friends. So I just feel like they'll be really fun and like goofy, and they'll dance with you and they'll make jokes with you. I feel like there's someone that doesn't really care what people think. So it's like, and they'll feel very at home with you as well. So it's like, I can do this funny thing. They're not going to judge me because they're like a little goofball like me. Like, it feels like that, like we're in alignment in that way. We can be, you know, open in regards to our inner child and our vulnerability with each other. You have the Eight of Wands. I'm hearing the storms clearing. They're very like little pet names. Like, I heard the storms clearing, baby. Like, it's coming through like that. Do you see how the clouds are kind of like over the wands? I'm hearing the storms clearing. Storm is clearing. No more pain. No more pain. Pile 4. Yeah, it's like we've both learned to unsubscribe from the pain now. We're moving into calmer waters. That's what this shifting of the Eight of Wands is about. You're moving into calmer waters. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Is that, here we go. We have the Wheel of Fortune. You're moving into a very fresh stage. Yeah. Do you see how I'm going peaceful? You're moving into a very peaceful phase. Right, more cards and then I'll channel. Pile 4. What message does pile number 4's person have to say to pile 4 today? The Lovers. That's what I want to see. Pile number... Do you remember I was saying about the stars and you look at the stars? Look at them looking up at the stars here. Look at them looking at the stars at night. I picked that up. You may have like a... I have like a little... what's it called? Telescope to look at the stars and stuff. And oh, hello baby. My cat's just come back from the vet and he's very scared because he's a feral cat. First time out since we've had him like that, and he's very nervous right now and he likes to find little places to go to hide when he's scared. So that's what he's looking for right now. You okay? I love you. Love you. You're loved. You are loved. Oh. He won't come over to me, and if I go walk to him, he'll run away. So I'm just going to leave him come to me. Yeah, I just feel like your person's going to be quite romantic. So are you, though. It's being mirrored. It's being mirrored. Pile 4. Messages from pile number 4's soulmate higher self. What have we got? 10 of Cups. Rainbow at the end of the storm. I hear that song and the sun will come out tomorrow. It's Annie, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Pile 4. What messages does pile number 4's soulmate have for pile 4? Ace of Swords. You're going to realise why things went the way that they did. Look at that Ace of Swords shining out. Look at that. You're going to realise why everything went the way that it did. You're going to realise. Let's see the back of the deck. Page of Wands. Page of Wands at the back of the deck. Let's put that by here. I just keep hearing like any day now, anytime now. With the 10 of Cups as well, it's like you're bringing that emotional fulfillment to you so that you can have that in the physical. You're learning that that was a state of mind. It wasn't like out there. It wasn't beyond you. It was a state of mind. The minute you realized that you were love and you could embody that was when this person would come in. And it wasn't a case of it was being held off until you realized it. It was because you were aligning with it, because you're learning that you create your own reality. This is very close. Like, this feels very close. There's going to be a lot of aha moments. You're already in that stage, I'm being told. You're in a stage right now where you're having a lot of aha moments. Like, oh, that happened for that reason. Oh, that happened because I had to learn this. Oh, that happened because of that. You're learning that. Everything's kind of flowing in, I'm being told. There's a lot of little bits of abundance coming in for you. And a lot of abundance coming in the form of peace. Putting a lot to bed. So you can embark on this new adventure together, because you're both hitting a new slate with each other and embarking on an adventure together. With this Page of Wands here as well, it's like you're going to learn a lot of yourself in this connection, and so are they. Because you mirror each other like that, it's like you're learning about yourselves through each other, you know? I feel like this may be both of yours, like, first, like, healthy relationships. Does that make sense? I feel like this is the first healthy relationship both of you may have had. Why did I knock the thing like that? Okay, sorry. I don't know why I just did that. I should have just left it. Let me just move it over so you can see the cards. I've like kneeled on my ring light, so it's kind of like fallen down. So let's take a look at the final card for you guys. Oh, I've got candle wax on it. How did I do that? I don't know how I did that. Okay, so let's take a look at the card. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. I mean, that's just something you've both been doing, isn't it? I feel like it really has. I feel like there's still maybe like, I wouldn't say worries. You don't feel like you're in a worrying state, but you may sometimes, because you have such a beautiful heart, you may think like, oh my God, like what if, like I'm feeling this energy, I'm feeling that I'm like ready for love, but then what if I bring someone in and then they just treat me like bad again? Like what if that happens again? There is a worry about it, and it's nothing detrimental at all. It's very light coming through. They're saying whenever that happens, meditate and align with your heart, because your heart will know who this person is and know how to react. You know what I mean? Align with your higher self when you have these little feelings, or like talk back to that version of yourself that's bringing up these wounds and be like, actually, we don't align with that anymore, so that's not going to happen because that's not our reality. We've done the inner work for that. We're shifting that. Thank you very much. They're saying to talk back to that and respond to that. Be like, no, not for me. That isn't going to happen. That's my past. Like, they're saying to remember that and align with your higher self, because this connection, the way I'm feeling, guys, you're giving so much love to yourself, doing exactly what's needed, and that's what's bringing this person in. It's very beautiful the way I'm being made to feel, pal 4. So pal 4, that is what I have for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching. I hope you have a beautiful Valentine's Day. I hope you treat yourself, or you're being treated. And yeah, I'll be doing more love and self-love readings this week. So if you're interested in that, hit the notification bell. And yeah, I'll have more of them this week. So thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.